Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Great to see everybody here. Just waiting for my host to show up, my other co-host, stuff like that. It's a pleasure. Hello, Dizzy. Welcome, Michelle. Honored to have you all here. I'm here. I'm just doing something right now. Give me a second. I'm just preparing, everybody. Hello, 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 Dizzy. Just preparing to get this ready. Great to have you here. It's a pleasure. I gotta start sharing. I had something come up, so I'm a little bit behind here. Hello, Michelle. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Dizzy, for coming. We're gonna have a good show, I hope. We want to get them shares out if we can. Share to whoever possible because I'm in the middle of getting ready because something came up. We're gonna have a wonderful show, I hope. Hope I don't stumble and make a fool of myself like I did the other couple ones. But the last one went pretty good, however, so hopefully it won't be that bad. You know, I'm just getting used to this, so it might take some time. Let me get prepared here. I'm still, as you see, getting ready. Let me send some likes out here and invite these people in. Bam, bam, bam. All right, I'm gonna go down the line, invite people. There. Welcome. Bam, 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 bam. You can tap on my nose, you know, this big nose right here. You can tap on that, or you hold it down. You'll have, you'll be able to invite more people, like 60. And I'm really hungry because I haven't got a chance to eat because everything happened at once. And I thought I was really good to go and I had enough time, but apparently I didn't get a chance to eat either. Well, I guess I have to wait until after. So I'm sacrificing eating, you know. I could stand to lose a few anyway, but anyhow. Um, I'm inviting. Let's see, I'm still inviting people here. Hopefully they'll be here. You know, I got a bunch of people still working on it. Let's get this going. Hello, Sean. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Meowser. Let's stop bringing people up here. I'm going to invite Sean first because she's the person I want to speak to. And we're going to look for Madam Dizzy here. We're going to get her up here too.
Hey,
What's
this
up?
is such an odd question.
Yo!
Okay,
So, Miss
hold on.
Donna.
There to get in my car because it's cold.
No.
I know you have a lot going
It's just
on.
really, really cold, and I'm kind of sick.
I know you have a lot going on with your life
Yours is
and
closer to the
with the
house
other
than to
show
be
going
honest.
on. Okay?
I would
But
rather not. I mean, there's no point, no reason.
I just
there's
needed
no
to.
pressure to you, okay?
Whatever, I don't care.
But when I do my shows, do you want to be a host or come on when you can? Because I want to try to stick with 7.
Okay.
And I need a lot more people that's going to host, so there'll be, I can switch them out. And, for somebody to help with the comments and stuff like that. So, and information is always good too. And you're a very valuable person. And I'd be honored if you do that when you can. And it's probably going to be like one show a week. I'm usually going to try to do Sunday or Wednesday or both. But that's up to you. I spoke to my other cohorts here, and they think it was a wonderful idea. They just thought that I should Okay. I know you can't speak or something right now, but that's cool.
Were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the whole time I was talking to you.
I was hearing you, but I was like, wait, is he addressing me or someone else?
No, I was addressing you, dear.
But yes, I can do that.
Great. Now, if it gets to be too much, let me know.
So
I don't want to put you out of your way.
watch the comments and just help me.
Kind of the same thing we do with the Nooks.
Okay.
I don't want that valuable information that's inside that nursey head of yours.
Okay.
Hello, Hope. Welcome.
Hey ladies, hey Epsilon.
Hello, Madam Dizzy. I don't know why I came up with
Yes.
Madam
Hello.
Dizzy,
Yes. Hello.
I'm here. Hello, everyone.
but Madam Dizzy came to mind.
Madam Dizzy. You know where I originally got the nickname Dizzy Lizzy was because I was really accident prone when I was younger. I was very athletic, but I used to get hurt all the time. I was a klutz.
I'm still preparing,
As
as you see. I had
my
my son's grandmother came over and asked if we wanted the furniture because she's moving the furniture out and they want to bring out new furniture and I really love the furniture actually. It's a red here. I'm waiting for everybody else. Waiting for Trina. Trina. We want to push up them shares, some likes. There's a goal up there. It should be there somewhere. Yeah. We want to do 40 donuts. Sharing likes. Only give what you can. Don't forget my hosts over here. They work hard. And they're spending their time here to deliver the news and keep you updated.
Hi, I got my bath.
Oh, so did I.
I
I didn't
went
get
to
a
come
chance.
on here, and there was a
Yeah.
cop show in the back
Oh.
round, so I had to go clear out and come back in. It's like I can't run with the scanner on here going.
Yeah, I was running a little bit late myself because, like I told them, I got my son's grandmother came over and offered a couch and chair to us. So, and I like it because it's red and it makes the decor of what I am. And the couch,
Yeah.
it's darker than this. It's more of a crimson red. And I always liked it the minute she bought it. I'm like, I want that.
All right, so let's get those shares up, and we all know how to do the invite. By the way, hello, Sean and Dizzy and Hopi and Sean. I got to give you all kisses.
You know what? I'm gonna turn myself invisible.
Back at you, Trina.
Got to tell me something? Have you been putting a blue aura on you all this time?
Oh, me?
I'm just kidding.
Whatever do
I'm
you mean?
I'm kidding because that one got brighter. That one that we were doing, you got brighter, your eyes got bluer. So, and I wasn't the only one that's seen it.
And that's why I want to turn myself invisible, because spirit guides can come in an animal form, and I had to borrow this from my advisor.
Hey, I need to share something with y'all that my sister told me. So, you know how she does lives and everything? She said that if you're up in the box as a host or just speaking and you're spamming with likes, that it shadow bans the live. I don't know if y'all know anything about that.
I
You know
heard about
what?
that too.
I have heard about that. So I will jump on another profile so I can do the likes. But I have heard that.
Because
Good
we do it.
point.
So are you telling me not to spam the likes
I
because
What
I'm in the
Hey
box?
I would
everybody
do?
here. I'm just now here listening to you guys. What do you guys meaning spamming likes?
No, hold on.
Well,
Let
you know
me
how
let
we
me let me say
double
about that
tap
because
on.
I heard it too.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you're up in the box here and you're spamming likes, because I was going to bring this up to a Nook before, but I keep on forgetting because there's so much rattling in this skull of mine, that if you're up here in the box and you're tapping the likes, it's gonna screw up the algorithm and maybe shadow band. So when you're up in the
Oh,
box, I
so
wouldn't be
so you don't do it so fast. Is that what you're saying?
or don't do it
Oh,
at all.
okay. Okay, yeah. They gotta know that then. Okay, because like I said, what I'd be doing. Here's a pretty. Well, do I have any charge?
What
Nope.
I would
I gotta
do is
recharge.
get another account, go on it, and start spamming it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard.
I've heard it from a couple of places.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will
I even
check
And
talked
it
out
to
might
like
it might slow
other
down our
media
algorithm.
sources. So then
I
was
did
somebody
think
said something about what he said. Oh, that's Sean. Okay, Sean 73. Nickname was Grace as a kid. Why Grace?
because I did
Sean.
speak to a agency. Not that I accepted the offer or whatever, and I asked them about that, and they kind of brought that up too. That if you're in the box, it might shadow ban you. That's
Okay.
so, and I keep on forgetting that to say that.
Hang on a minute. Let me mute myself here.
What's up,
Wrong
Matt?
person. Hang on. Let me mute real quick.
You have a proposal for you. Not an indecent, not one of them indecent ones either. But I got a
You
proposal for you
want me to
there,
become a
buddy.
host? Want
Ha!
me to become a permanent host? All right.
Yeah,
See,
because
once I get into stuff and feeling the ground of everything, like I said, this is how I work, man. This is how I already know everything. It's just like I gotta come into my own remembrance of everything.
I want to
I
go
already
with
know I am
seven.
source. I already know all that. And it's like, wow.
I want to go with 7 hosts.
Yeah, number 7, great. And you're only on
So if
today
the
and
other one
Wednesday.
up here is inclined
Sure. I
to
mean,
open her mouth and say something, that'd be good.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. What's the topic tonight here? I got a bird. I'm looking at your background, so I'm trying to topic you guys.
Spiritual guardians.
Spiritual
Yeah,
guardians. The Guardians. I have not
I
seen the
borrowed this.
Guardians either yet. The movie, the Owl movie. I have
Not
not
them
seen that
guardians.
yet. I
And
wasn't
you know what
interested
else is
in
cool
that.
about this? If you look in the background, you see different pictures and images.
I like the image that
Like,
I found of the dragon and the wolf together. But yeah, there are different images. It's like a collage. It's beautiful.
yeah, I borrowed it from my advisor.
Ah. Oh,
I
I
keep
know what you. Oh, okay. Mid Journey is a Discord server that it's an AI picture generator. It's $10 a month for their service, but you get unlimited, 200 instant downloads. It would take like a good 10 seconds to download an image that you type in, but you can probably create this or even better. And I've used that before. but I'm not subscribed to them anymore. But I've used it. It's pretty cool. I got some photos that I was going to use for us. Actually, the photo that's on the Discord, the family Discord, that's actually an AI generated picture.
Let's push out them likes and shares so we can get more people in here. We're waiting on. We're not really waiting. I know she'll show up eventually. She had some things she had to take care of.
All right, we know how to share. We're going to click on Epsilon.
Yep, the
He
big
looks like
note
he's
here.
got wolf ears now. No, down. You look like you had wolf ears. There
Yeah,
you go.
right there. There you go. Ooh.
Click on him. Hold the picture down. Click on all 60 of those names. Even if you do not think they want to come in here, let them have the choice. I'm watching you. I won't say names. She knows who.
Because I am a black wolf. That's why I like the picture.
And you know I'm joking with you. But we do need all 60 of those shares, and we need between 60 or 50 and 70 likes.
Hey, look, I
Ooh,
got
now you
wolf
got the
eyes.
eyes.
You're on fire, Trina. Woo.
Sweet.
But I was looking at the comments down there, and a Matt, I think said not true. So I don't know what Matt was talking. I think his name was Matt. What he meant by not true.
He was talking about the
Shadow
spamming
ban.
the likes, not
Oh, okay.
actually shadow banning.
Well, I mean, I do that all the time, and I haven't gotten anything. And this is what I just do. I'll sit there and do that every time I come on a show. And he mentions that, I'm like, okay, I forget. Okay, here we go. And that's why I get my 200 to 400 instant likes as I'm tapping continually for like 2-3 minutes straight. I haven't got shadow banned yet,
Nope.
Or no.
I
The
don't think it was
actual
you.
live.
I
and
think
it's
it's
not
the
going to happen.
show.
Oh, it's not going to happen. All right, it's not going to happen.
Nah,
Nope.
it's not going to happen here.
No, it's not going to happen ever.
Nope.
Anyway.
Never, never, ever. We hit that tap, we get our
Y'all got
likes up.
some gifts? Want to send out? Go ahead and send some gifts to the host or anybody else up here.
I want to
We
get
all
those
can help
fluffy
the
donuts up
algorithm.
to 40. And then everybody knows about the heart on top. If you follow, it's going to pop that orange heart up, which you can go inside and it joins one coin. There are goals in there, but as long as you do that coin, it's okay. Just do the coin every live. And it'll give you diamonds and stuff the higher you get. It'll show you, which is the 11 on by my name. I got 11 diamonds on here. I don't know what they mean. People in battles use them to see how good of a gifter you are. The heart is what level you are on for doing the hearts. And if you don't want to go up
There you go.
in the orange box, go down into the gifts and look for exclusive. And the heart means in there. So there's two ways to do the heart me. You're still going to join the team, but and then we have the subscribe on the bottom in the star. And when we get that going, I don't know if we're planning on that, but if you join it, there will be some perks for the people who join. This is all still new territory for
Yeah.
all of us. Okay.
Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gifts.
Oh, I got to get that fluffy heart for you, and then I'm going to gift to the hosts because special hosts and hosts. You know what? Everybody up there is family, so you are going to get something, maybe just Rose, because they seem to have cut me loose until I can't get no more coins or even sharing the gifts till I give them my driver's license, which I don't have right now. And Liz is going to help me do it when I get it. Sorry, I'm a rambler.
Right?
Rambler.
It's all good.
Wait a minute.
Is
Trina,
this
all
some?
that is
I
identifying
started
a
you off with your first donut tonight, Epsilon.
I was
Huh?
trying to do that, but I guess I don't have enough coins, so I guess I will go get some.
Yeah, Trina, I figure you probably could you. It's just verify identity purposes. You don't. I mean, what about get just a regular state ID or something?
Yeah, well, I let my driver's license expire in 2021, and didn't know it. I just found it out. So I've had to do the driving test and I've had to do the written test over again. Now I just need to
Wow.
go.
Yeah.
I was going to
Okay.
go get it Friday, but I can't find my birth certificate.
Mm,
So I got one ordered.
okay. Well, that
I
won't be
haven't
very
told
long for that.
some of you guys know that, but I haven't told actual family because they're gonna shoot me down.
Hmm.
Oh, not that way.
I know they're gonna bark at you. I know family how they are.
I really don't care. I'm used to it. I really don't care.
Ashra.
And they're starting to see
What's
me
up,
come out,
Jesse?
and they're not.
Jessica.
They're like going, "Oh my heck, what is going on?" And apparently they haven't seen nothing yet.
And
Welcome in,
Courtney.
Jesse,
She
does
was
this
given
everybody.
picture
that
look
one.
familiar?
Hey, ladies, welcome in, welcome in.
I said, Jesse, does his picture look familiar?
Oh, is he your advisor? Jesse, are you his advisor? He's growing ears and yellow teeth and a mustache or a
You
beard
kept
or
small.
a nose, a snout. Yeah, there it is. So let's
Yeah,
all
a
make
little
sure
like
that we
that.
gift to our hosts and people on the panel. This is how I gift everybody
Hello,
back.
welcome, Rachel. Welcome all that are coming in. We're gonna hit them, share them likes. Then we're gonna start up in a few minutes. We're gonna start with Sean, go all the way down. We're gonna talk about spiritual guides, and we're gonna start out like that this time.
Are we ready to start, or are we gonna wait?
You can start right now if you want.
I
Huh.
did have a
Okay.
comment.
Well, my very first experience with spiritual guides was my grandmother, and I didn't even really know about anything like that till my sister told me like a year ago, and when I started meditating and doing all the spiritual stuff, that was the first thing I did was ask her if she was with me and how she communicated with me and that sort of thing. And she showed me, she communicates with me through roses. And then as I was meditating, I just started getting all these different guides coming to me and showing themselves to me. And I wrote a bunch of them down and I told my sister about them. And she's like, oh, that's this deity and that's this and that's this. And I'm like, I don't know any of this. I just know what I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. It was pretty wild. I don't call on them as much as I should. I forget sometimes that they're there and I can call on them as much. I do more lately than I had been. But I've recently had a dragon show itself to me in meditation or journeying. And that was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. I learned his name was Belzar. Um, yeah, they're there and they'll teach us stuff. I literally, he told me to follow him and I did and showed me places. I'll just say that showed me places that I'll most likely go in the future. Um,
Cool. I love that thing.
so
Thank you for that. Sorry.
it's okay. Um, anyway, that's my experience with them. They're there and they're ready to help us whenever we're ready to call on them.
Oh, there'll be further questions. Don't worry. I'm building it up. Dizzy, you have any spiritual guides?
I personally have not had an experience with a spiritual guide yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, today might be the lucky day because that's what we're going to be. That's kind of what we're going to be doing today. Hopi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I did actually. I saw my guide, one of them once. It's a guy, and oh my God, his name is. I don't remember now. Oh my goodness. I don't know, but I had written Anouk's name the same day, his higher self name the same day as mine. It was so weird. And I think it's Adolfo or something like that. And he was funny actually because the way he came to me, he's like an Egyptian guy. He's darker skinned, but he showed me like kind of was funny because he looked kind of like he was in drag queen clothes at first. He was like making a joke, and then he changed into like his Egyptian gar or wear, and that's the only time I've seen him, and he gave me the name. I haven't seen him since. And then my dragon, I heard her name, and she's actually showed me her, and I'm painting her. But that's as far as I've gotten with her so far. You know, I haven't gotten to have a conversation with her yet, but she did tell me her name, and she did show herself. You know, well, she's showing herself through my painting, I guess, because that's a lot of my art comes out is a gift. You know, I see it as a gift in some of my art because some of my art is being led. You know, so some of my art's just fun and loving, but some of it is led, and so that's my experiences so far. Oh, and my dragon's name is Atulia.
Trina. Thank you for that, Hopi. Thank you for sharing that, Hopi. I mean, Trina, you're up next.
Trina, your mic's not on.
I know. Now it is. Okay. I'm Trina. I have two boys. Tyler is 22 and Justin 32. I consider these guys all my family. I have one brother and his family left here, other than the aunts and uncles. I don't think I've had any spiritual guides come to me. I know that Mother Teresa is supposed to be one of them. I'm learning all this, so I haven't had any experience with it. I'm sure there has been experiences. I just don't recognize them yet. I found out I come from a dragon planet. I'm Draco, I think. I want to say Draconia, but anyway, my dragon's name is Nosh. Tomorrow's going to be a big show because I think Anouk's going to pull me, and you're going to all get a pretty big surprise. But anyway, I'm ready for this show. This is going to be a good show to learn. Please make sure you're liking and sharing to press Epsilons, get the white box up, and hit all 60 names, all of them. Because you don't know who's interested and who's not. We need the fluffy donuts. 40 of them. All right. Back to you, Master
Yeah.
Epsilon, Master Bram.
Thank you for sharing that. Down to Master Mac. And if we hit all 40 of the, hold on 1 second, I forgot to mention, you hit all 40 of these donuts here, I quite possibly might pull out somebody for you. We'll see who it is if we hit that goal. Mac.
All right, thank you. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Hi, my name is Mac. Is he talking about guides? Well, since I am related to the Ascended Masters myself, I've always had guides. I just didn't recognize them as this. I mean, I've seen things since I was a kid. I've heard things since I was a kid. The sense of smell that I get, that was started as a teenager. The heightened sense of smell, just like it's something there. Damn, another download? Sheesh. Okay. Anyways, guides. Now, knowing about names of guides. Now, if the dragons could be considered, well, knowing that I'm a dragon, Ashtar is his name. He is a great red dragon, a fire dragon, actually. Um, if he's actually more of a guide, that's awesome. Uh, for actual other forms of considerable guides by names, unsure exactly, other than knowing myself as my name. As the Orphan, I named myself Kalium. And Kalium, when I had to look it up for it, it's represented as potassium. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Um, Trying to think. No, I think that's it. Like I've always been had open. Like I can see so much, and it's like, okay, what do I do with this? I'm unsure right now. I think in this existence here, I always been guided, all the time, and it's kind of has been in the past upsetting because I'm independent and want to better prove to myself that I can do everything for myself, all by myself. But I can't do that. I've done realize this is impossible. It's improbable, actually. It doesn't make sense because we, as you know, I start like, okay, I'm here with myself, and I only have myself. It's not that. It's other people, or everyone else, other existences of lives, other beings. There's so much. So how can I just think that okay, I am God, and that's it. Anything matters. It doesn't matter anybody's opinion. It's only mine. That's can't be. I've always came to these processings a little bit at a time to where I'm at. And that's why I'm saying I've always been guided. I always had this insight of something different, and I didn't know what. And now here I am. So that's it for now. Before I get more babbly. Oh, thank you very much.
Well, it looks like we lost one. She's probably having trouble with the phone because, it happens.
Oh, good night,
Um,
bird.
does Honey or any other one come up right now? If so, hit the guest button. Otherwise, we'll wait for her to see if she comes back.
Or Nightbird. I think Honey's on vacation. She was
Yeah,
just popping in for a short time.
Okay.
if you want to come up and into the box, come on up.
Where's the birdie? I don't see the birdie.
Diana's down there too. Or
I don't see
Diane.
her. Oh, why is she not? Why is it not letting her? Interesting. Yeah, it's not something. It wasn't showing her in the list. Hello, Nightbird. Welcome, welcome. Do you have any spirit guides, and would you like to share them with us?
Oh, hello.
Love.
I was getting situated, getting my earphones in and everything.
Oh, yeah, I was like,
Eh,
did she drop off?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. What is today's topic?
Spiritual guides.
Yes, spiritual
Oh,
guides.
okay.
First, we're going to talk about do you have any spiritual guides, and then I'll get into the next question after that.
I believe I know of one. That's Celeste that came in. I'm almost thinking another one, and I kind of want a nuke to tell me if it's true or not, but I'll throw it out there to you. Um,
Well, after this live, Nightbird, you'll probably know.
okay.
We're going to hit that
Um,
very soon.
Remember he talked about Joan of Arc?
Yeah.
Well, with my pendulum anyway, it said that she's one of my guides.
We'll show you how
So,
to connect. We're going with that today.
yeah, I'm still learning on this part of it, on this end. I found out more information about where I came from, but I think I'll leave that to a next show. And I'm sorry, I was really, really tired last night, and I had taken meds, and I couldn't even answer my phone. I had a rough day yesterday, running
No need
around.
to apologize for anything at all.
Yeah, I had to do a physical for my disability if I get it or not. So, on a Saturday of all days.
You're definitely. Oh yeah, they usually have them on Saturday. That's what they do with the VA sometimes. No, they don't have a VA. That was somewhere else I was thinking about. But yeah, you're gonna get yours. What you got to do is stay positive. Okay, look at me. I started at 50% when I got out of the VA. Got out of the service, and then every
Right.
2 years it escalates. You get a reevaluation. It went from 50%. 4 years later, 80%, and then for like 6 years it was 80%. And I finally got 100%. What, 2 years ago? So I mean, it takes time. It's all about
Yeah,
evaluation. See how it helps out.
it's my first time doing that for myself, and I remember when my dad went through it, and we had to keep going over and over again. The one time he lost his temper, and they're like, "Oh no, you can't work anywhere with that kind of temper." So he had organic brain syndrome after he actually had cancer. So um, sometimes my dad, he progressed really quick, and he went to dementia early because they had worked in his head. So, and not many people talk about the organic brain syndrome part, but it left him with quite a temper, let me put it that way. So I didn't think I was ever going to have to do that with myself. I even told them that there. I was like, well, now here I am on the other side. But I made the doctor laugh and everything while I was there, so it felt positive to me. And my first thought is, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. I'm still trying to trust my whole intuition right now. So yeah, that's where I'm at today, you guys.
So, now I have a bunch of spiritual guides. I have a wolf, a panther. Those are just the animal ones. The other ones are, we all know, but I also have those two. I don't even know what the class by the dragon is because he's part of me, so I don't even know. I
I,
see him
I
in both
forgot
ways.
of I forgot of the animal one. I was told that I have the coyote, the trickster, which I am not surprised over that one. So yeah, I forgot my animal one. Thank you.
No
And
problem.
you look like a wolf.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, I got that down. How? Now, if one person was to ask a question, well, why do I need a special guide? What do they do for me? How would you answer that, Shauna?
Why do I need a spiritual guide? What was the second part? I'm sorry.
Why would I need a special guide? What would they do for me?
Oh, they lead you. They help you. They give you answers. They are direction. Direction. You can go in and they're with you all the time. And you can quiet your mind and just go in and ask and they'll answer. They'll give you either synchronicities or you some of us even hear an actual answer within our spirit. Some of us actually hear the voice. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, I don't want people to think we're crazy, but but yeah, that's what they're here for. They're here to guide you. They were assigned to you by source. I mean, they've been with you since the beginning.
Crazy's the new norm,
This is true. Finally, I'm in the in crowd.
right? All right, Dizzy. If you had a spiritual guide, what would you think they would do for you?
I would think that they would provide some enlightenment about my spiritual journey here.
Bring it on the Hopi. What do your guides do for you? And why would I want one?
Sorry, couldn't get my mic on. I think that they're there to help you, through your life, through your experiences, to help you grow, to help you know you're not alone. Um, they're always there for you. You just got to reach out. Sometimes you don't hear them clear, but I have had like signs or synchronicities a lot. So I know that even though I can't hear him physically with my ears or hear them, actually, because I know there's more than one there, um, they do show me things that let me know, you need to do this or you need to do that, or, like, for instance, I had a situation I could go back into where I got very upset and I had to face the music. You know what I'm saying? And that night when that happened, I had never heard them louder, and this night I did hear them physically. And they told me, you know what? Right in my brain, I heard them. Hope, you need to go handle this. You gotta fix it. You gotta put on your big girl pants, and you gotta handle the situation. And the people that you're gonna talk to, they're gonna help you through it. They're gonna help you, and they're not gonna judge you. They're gonna love you through it. And I'm glad I did listen because it worked out beautifully. And it did help me. It helped my spirit, it helped my soul, it helped everything. So I'm grateful for that. It was like kind of like a little smack, kind of like go. When you get a spiritual smacking. Like, too bad you're doing this, and if you don't, you're done. So I think when we are, it can happen when you're really happy too. I'm not just saying, but when we have an issue or we're upset, they're there. You know, they're right there to help you. Even when you're happy, they're there to help you. You know, so it's in both situations they can be there. But I think when you're really low, you definitely hear them, and I just think they're there to help you grow and show you the right way.
Okay, in about 15 minutes, 5 minutes for each person, what we're gonna do is um finish up this question. We're gonna switch it out in 15 minutes. Probably we're gonna, if three people want to drop down after the questions are answered, that'd be great. So I can pull up another 3 people. If you'd be kindly to do that, it's up to you if you want to do that. Whoever you pick amongst yourselves and who you want to do it, that's great because we need some organization. I want to pull up 3 more, but I want to wait until after these questions. I don't want to interrupt you, so take as long as you want, but I prefer it probably about 5 minutes each. Thank you. Continue, please.
Well, I haven't had. All right, why would they be here to help me? I haven't got to experience that yet, but I hope they can help me find my path of where I'm going. I only know about one of them, and my spiritual animal is a dolphin. So, Mother Teresa and a dolphin. It's going to be fun when I get to actually. I can hear them. I don't know how to say this. They're there with me. That's what I'm going to say. They're there to guide me. And Mr. Mack, you have the thing. I wish I knew more to say.
You might get some more because you're coming back on. We're just rotating around. There's still more questions and more answers to be answered, so.
Be
Mac,
water, my friends.
come on down.
Be water, my friends. Be water.
What?
That's why I have guides. So it helps me flow through the frequency that I exist right now in. That's why guides are important. That's what my guides always have done. Help guide, help like coach, not really a mentor, a coach. That's what any guides do. Why? Because we are in this age or placement of forgetfulness. That's why we forget easy, very easy as this human. We do. So we need constant reminders because we have so much information flowing through us consistently, every sleeping, awake. It don't matter. You're always flowing energy because that's what you are. You are information. You are energy. You are the Akashic record. You are DNA. That's what this is all about, is remembering. So that's why we have guides as humans to help. Hey, I'm right here. Who's talking to me? I am. Who's I? You. Huh? That's how it's like at first. But then you flow like water and find that, you'll find so many connections about yourself, about people you meet, people that you're always in contact with on a daily, and how that's actually being influenced in you, how you're influenced by that, what's being influenced, all this stuff. That's why guides are important. I can babble all day long about the same thing. So
Oh, you're coming back too, so don't worry. You got a lot to blab about. We got 3 hours.
He's not babbling.
only
That wasn't
3 hours.
babbling. That
About
was
that?
not babbling. That was wisdom.
Yeah, man. It was all wisdom coming from that mouth of yours.
Woo-hoo! The ascended masters are with me for sure. Oh, I know. Oh, man, I'm on fire. I don't want to. This morning I went outside because I woke up and I was immediately thinking, for some reason, the Redemption song by Bob Marley and the Wailers. I played that and I cried. It was such a beautiful. I don't know why. I woke up and needed to hear the song. Then I'm hearing. Okay. Then I went outside, stepped on Earth, Gaia, barefoot. It's cold as heck outside. I did it, and she filled me with so much energy. I came inside and just jumped around and danced around, and I got so hot. I mean, I was burning. I'm like, and then I accidentally turned up my heat, thinking I was turning it down. So I got hotter. But that's happened to me, and like, wow. And I'm feeling like that right now, too. Again, wow. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Night bird.
Well, they're helping us. They're helping us guide in our life and everything we do. With me, they interact with songs. Like everywhere I went, God, when I worked in the casinos, when I would get in the car, when do I get on the bus? Margaritaville kept coming on. Day and night. I was going, oh my, even at a supermarket, I walk in and Margaritaville came on. So I think maybe that could have been my little trickster guy. Also, you know how I get a little bit deep and everything? They help us out with karma, and some things I found out about me and my species and what we do, which you're just going to be like, oh wow. We like to make synchronicities happen. I found out so much information that I'm just like buzzing. And for me, let me put it this way. Okay, here's a little story of one of the mantis beings that I was listening about, how he came to Earth to be a little boy, and he only lived till about 5 years old. And what he does are soul contracts, and he's a soul watcher over the planet. So he's really brief when he comes down. And the kid got hit by a drunk driver, and he said it was like he was in the Middle East. Well, unfortunately, that child died, and he was just the light of everybody, made everybody happy all the time. And both of his parents had a horrible time to get this. And their life before that, they had the same situation happen. The mother and the father were with two different individuals, and when that situation occurred, they actually killed themselves, or sorry, unalived. They both in a whole nother life with a different, spouse, but their child had died, or unalived. Oh my God. And each one of them went through that on their own, and then they came together during this last lifetime, and they had to repeat the experience all over again. But this time, they're still alive. We teach lessons to people, and I have so much more understanding about me and myself and the situations I have been in, and it's because I am supposed to be. But our beings, they bring in the synchronicities with people. We even come down as plants and animals, and we're a lesson for everybody. So I find, because we're ancient, which is the other crazy thing, and we think differently than regular people do. So yeah, we definitely have our guides to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Because, and I shared with you guys what had happened, and I knew right away that I was wrong. I heard, when I coded, I heard some clicking sounds and stuff, and people were very angry at me. At least I thought there were people. And now I know differently. And if I would have done that, I would have to relive the same damn life over again. And who wants to go through that a second time? So I feel very blessed that I am still here. And I'm here for a reason. And I see how I kind of twisted in here. But anyway, with me, it's a lot of songs will come on, or even Stevie Nicks songs would come on everywhere I went. I mean, just with me, it's with music. And I'm done. Sorry, guys. I'm just excited about finding more out about myself. And Fabian is here somewhere, so I will drop down and you can bring him up if you would like to.
Who?
He goes by
Yeah, Fabian,
No, not me.
and maybe you guys
Is
mentioned
my
him before.
vape over there? My green one? I just had it. I got this one back.
Golden Age. I
Well,
don't
son
know
of
if
a
he's
gun,
still there or
I just
not.
grabbed it.
Is he still in here? He was in
All
here.
right.
Do you
I
mean
Trying to
don't.
see.
Fabian? That's the host in
Um,
Anoke's live, because that's not his name. Golden Age. That's not that Fabian.
No, he's my other mantis being that we met.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Nightbird, say hi to Zorax for me when you see him.
Okay.
You
All right,
don't get
I'll
that
get
you don't get that joke, do you?
Zora. You know what? I found out a lot of the names are like with Z's or K's in the beginning. So,
Zorax
and
is
I'm just now realizing all this. So,
I think Golden Age wanted to come up, and that person left.
okay. Yeah, he's the other mantis. I'll see if I can get him to come back.
oh, the German guy too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I don't.
His
That's
real
not.
his
Okay,
real name's
he's not here.
Fabian.
But that
Okay,
I'm
he's not
pretty
here.
sure. Pretty sure
That
that's
Fa
not him.
That's you know what? That's really weird because he has the exact same picture when he comes on.
But that's not his name. It's something. It starts with a D. I mean, Fabian's his name, but his
Yes,
screen name.
yes. I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Go look for it.
Well, whoever Golden Age was, it looks like they were kind of impatient. I'm sorry.
Well, I did
I
say that I
love,
was going to let him up, but
Yeah, that's why I said that I'll drop down and
yeah, he got a little impatient.
I love your
Patience.
background.
Well, hopefully, patience is a virtue. I mean,
well, there's always a reason.
yeah,
Epsilon.
Hi,
yes.
Valerie. Valerie's here.
Okay, I can switch you out with Valerie because I
I
don't
like your
see.
background, Epsilon.
Thank you. I
That's
borrowed
what
it
she
from
wants
Jesse.
up.
I'm really tickled to death that everyone is started. I can't even begin to tell you that everyone is starting to really connect with their dragons. I am just, since we all had that conversation the other night, I am just beyond tickled to death. And that is hilarious that those eyes go right, fit right with your eyes, Epsilon. Um, that's awesome.
Right there. I might have to take a picture.
I still have trouble dropping down. Can you kick me out if you want to bring somebody else up?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that looks good right there, Epsilon. I took a photo of that. That's pretty cool.
That was really neat.
So, Rachel, I don't know if you were here. We were talking about spiritual guides, and we wanted to know what who your spiritual guides are, and why are they here, and what they do. That's the first part of it. We haven't hit to the second part yet, but we're getting there.
Okay. I'm not sure what my spiritual guides' names are. I know I have a few. Um, I know the experiences that I've had. I mean, um, I have felt a energy step into my body before and has given me, or has blessed me, I should say, with um, divine love. I felt that before. My ex-husband actually witnessed it when it happened. Um,
I've been actually blessed with a lot of guides coming to me, but I don't particularly know what their names are. I know I have um, a raven as a guide that frequents my house quite often, and I've always had ravens and crows surround me, and that has to do, I think, with my mother's passing. Because right from her passing, all the way up until we buried her, I was, well, all of us, I should say, because I mean, all of us receiving ravens, even rushing to my mother's bedside. I seen it, what can I say? This raven was as big as an eagle, if not bigger than a full grown eagle. Tap, 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 everybody. um, but this raven was, and it had its wings down and its head off to the right, and its wings were spread, and I was devastated because it was in the middle of the road in a city and we had to drive over it. And this raven was massive. I mean, I have never, not in captivity, not in the wild, not anywhere, have I seen a raven that huge. And as we were pulling into my mother's driveway, there was another big raven sitting on the post at the end of her driveway. When we took and buried her, as we were leaving, me and my daughter and my stepfather had to like literally bury my mother ourselves, because the guy didn't show up to do it. So, as we were leaving, there was a raven where we had just buried my mother. And then pulling away from the cemetery, there was another raven that was sitting on the fence surrounding the cemetery. I mean, it was just one after another. And I continue to see him. Sometimes I get, I'll try to video it. I get flocks of ravens in the hundreds that fly over my house. But, and I don't know, I'm very connected with lions. I'm very connected with elephants. I'm a huge animal lover anyways. I'm a huge animal lover. Those are the ones I connect with quite a bit. And now what's your next question?
No, that's it for now. We got more coming. We're just going down the line.
Okay.
It's a build up. Serena.
What's the question now?
Isn't this where you put in your commercial ad here?
Oh, sure. Let's do that. Let's like those likes up at the top. We need to get at least 50K to as high as we can get it. Everybody needs to be tapping. Let's press on the wolf's face there. The white box pops up and click on all 60 of those names. You might not think they will come, but you don't know, so invite everybody. Let's get those 40 donuts in the middle of the page above the wolf. Those help him maybe buy Temu or something to do different things for us to watch him open. He's done that in the past, so they all help him do that. And make sure you are sharing the live. I told you that. Okay. Anybody else want more to that?
We got jump
Back
down to
to you.
Valerie.
Back to you.
You're up, Valerie. And I do hope that you're feeling better and you're in a better position. And right now we're talking about spiritual guides and why we have them and why do we need them and
I'm
who they
here.
are.
Can you hear me good?
Well, I can hear you fine.
Great. A lot of people say you can't, so I just want to turn this TV off. Spiritual guides. I believe I have my ancestors. I know for a fact my grandmother's is one of my guides, and yeah, my head's really not really clear tonight, so I'm doing my best. I just jumped in because I seen the request and figured I'd support your page while I'm busy still packing. It's been a
Thank
rough
you for the
weekend.
donations, everybody.
What's that?
I said thank you for the donations, everybody. And how have you been?
It's
Haven't heard from you.
been a
You
rough
know, the soul over there gets worried, even though I look like a wolf.
week. I like that. It's been a rough, long weekend. Emotionally, yeah. Tomorrow's a new day, though, guys. So I'm gonna call them in the morning. Get the storage. Mind you, I'm doing this by myself, so it's a lot of work. Moving, packing, everything by myself. So it's a process, and it's a lot of work. And I have a bad back, so.
You need some energy in life.
What's that?
Okay.
Sending you some energy and love.
Yes, please.
And I am sending you that right now. You are power. Know that you are power. There is nothing that can unencumber your ways. Nothing.
Thank you. I need that really bad. Like a lot. So thank you guys so much. It's struggling to keep my eyes open, but I got to keep going. Been here once before, but I wasn't alone completely. This time I am. But I think it's for a much higher purpose, mind you, better understanding and more learning. And so why I have to do it alone, there's a reason. And I'm embracing it, guys. So I don't think I'm like in this deep, dark depression. I'm embracing it. And I love the support system through you guys. You have no idea. Rachel's been great. Everybody, Epsilon, everybody I've reached out to or has reached out to me. Mac, and I do appreciate everybody just checking in here and there because I am pretty damn busy. Not gonna lie. And sleeps for when you're dead, apparently.
Flow like water.
So like water.
Meaning
Feel
be
it wash
easy.
over you.
Become what you are the container. There is a container. Water fills the container, becomes the container. Become what you're trying to do. Become.
Yes. Yeah. So in that journey, I learn, I observe. It's gonna be a lot of growth. I already feel it. Like I already do. But I don't know, anybody, I know somebody in here is in psychic intuitions higher than mine. Do you see like what am I learning out of this? The biggest piece out of all of this. And not
What was
just
your
in the
question?
human aspect. Okay, so episode. Okay, did you change your
All
name?
right. Just so people know, I am half deaf in one ear, so sometimes it's very hard for me to hear. It has to be in one ear. And sometimes when people speak, I can't really hear it out of this ear.
Yeah.
So if I say, please repeat it, it's not that I'm not paying attention, it's because I
Yep.
can't hear it. Just so you know, I don't want to offend anybody.
Oh, I will never be
I
offended.
have a trick for that.
What's that?
For the ears, I have a trick for that. I mean, maybe situation physical, but cleaning your ears with peroxide. Like put some peroxide in your ear, tilt your head, pump that little thing like a valve a few times, let it drain out, then Q-tip it out. That will clean your ear. It might help really, like it really might help out with clogged wax in the ear, causing not able to hear much. Yeah, I
I
mean,
had
it
surgery
works.
on my ear.
Yes, my husband is a diver, and he gets swimmer's ear a lot, and that does help. That's exactly what he does as well.
Because when I was younger, I was hit too hard in the head and it popped my eardrum, so they had to go in there and repair it.
Yeah, I bet that hurt right away.
Oh, you have no idea. But that's why I can hardly hear. And it doesn't help when you get buildup in the ears and stuff too.
Do you have earbuds in
No, I don't do earbuds. I can't.
or like headphones?
Sometimes it hurts my ears.
Okay. Hold on. No, I was just saying, like, I know there's somebody in here with a higher intuition than me, psychic abilities, something to maybe tap into me, just to see what it is. My biggest learning lesson is on this journey. My biggest growth, I guess. I don't really know what I'm trying to say, guys. I'm
Okay.
delusional.
I can do that for you. I can tell you, but
Okay.
see, I can tell you, but you have to take the journey yourself, okay, Valerie?
Yes.
You have to sit in the quiet spot and find it. I mean, we can guide you. Any psychic can guide you, and when they tell you, that's probably their interpretation of it. Okay, the only meaning, the only way you can change your life and change it to the positive, you have to find that positive level that's deep inside of you, and then when you find it, you will find in whatever resonates with you, and then within then you'll find your true self and your true meaning. You find a place of meditation and you cognate with it. Feel the breeze of nature and Mother Gaia going across your face. And then, truly then when you look at the understanding and wisdom is inside of you, once you unlock and cradle inside Mother Gaia, you will become one with it and you will have the answer that you seek. The wisdom will be unlocked to you, but you have to be in a place of a higher vibration.
Oh.
Okay, well,
That's truth. That's very much truth. Thank you.
um,
Was that you, Epsilon, that just did that?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I was wondering if that was Brimstar coming through.
Oh, okay.
No, I
That's
heard
what
the
I thought.
chain.
Like the voice changed. Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
guys. That was
Oh, okay.
nice.
This is Sean.
I noticed that right away.
Yes, yeah, he was channeling right there. Somebody was channeling him. I mean, he was channeling someone. He was.
Oh, yes, he was. His
Well,
voice
that was
just
good.
went
You came out.
whoa, way deeper.
Hello, alien. See, you just missed it. I hope you caught that. Because I was in a mid sentence and he decided I'm coming out to say something.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Brimstar?
Hmm. Who? What?
Well, that's
Yeah, gotta give him some time. He's gonna recollect. I know.
Did
well,
it
all
take your
right then.
energy away?
What?
Epsilon, did it take your energy away to channel like that?
No, he just said because you have to understand the story of Brim, to understand what has happened, and it will be posted sooner or later on what the story is with him. But
Yeah, I
I
wonder if
think
I should do that.
if you were on one of our hosts on Facebook, you'll actually get the whole entire story because Mac did an interview with him. So
Okay.
Mac had got
I
every
did the
detail
interview. I
about.
haven't posted it yet. So and you can only do 10 minutes on here, so it's not going to be work. Not going to help out unless I edit it because it was what an hour, couple hours we were on there.
Hmm.
I don't even know, bro. I don't know. All
You
else
were
I
on a
know is I
couple
was sitting
hours.
there.
Maybe it was an hour or so with the interview. I think I can't remember.
And then they only let you do
It's
10
so close
minutes of
to
it?
us.
Hmm.
Yeah, hey Alien T, what's up?
That's tricky. I know I'm happy to see everybody. I don't want to take up everybody's time. Oh, something cool I learned this weekend too. What oh man, I am tired. Golden Spirit does. You know how she does brings them orbs to her, the lights. I did it this weekend. I'm proud of myself. I have pictures. She didn't teach me, but the other guy on here, he taught me and taught a few of us, and I did it and I tried it and it worked.
That's really cool. Really, really cool.
I thought it was growth. Like I was
Hi,
so
Alien
excited.
T.
Thank you.
Hello,
That's
Alien Teach. Welcome to have you on the show. Sorry, you can keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
oh no, you're good. Everybody's good. Interrupt. I can be quiet now. I just thought it was super cool. I will share them on my page.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it is
Let's
cool.
get
You
those
should do it.
likes up. Like.
Yeah, you should. Everybody should do it.
Follow,
I'm gonna have this so easy.
everybody. Follow everybody else, everybody.
Everybody, I know
Hoping
everybody.
you're on. What you gonna say? The donuts?
Hmm?
I'm joking with everybody here, but we do need to do these things.
What are we at?
Can you
Hey,
repeat the question? Because I was dealing with my kid.
No question. I was saying like, and
Tap, tap, tap.
Max said follow.
Share, share, share.
There you go.
Donut.
You got your. Oh no, you didn't.
FYP, FYP, FYP.
You got FYP too.
Hashtag FYP. That's a good one. Let's do that.
Is there a reason we have to? You
all
guys have to
right.
do that?
Huh?
What does FYP mean?
It brings you to the For You page. It'll
Oh,
push it up in the algorithms.
oh,
So I sent
gotcha.
an invite to Alien T if he wants to come up. We're discussing spiritual.
Yep. If he wants to come up, I can drop. And if anybody wants to
Spiritual.
come up, I can drop.
Spiritual guides.
Yeah. Come on. Ain't it?
See, this is why I'm important. I have such a great memory. I am an elephant, like with the memory wise. And yeah, animals warm up to me. It's just kind of crazy. I got this one fly guy keeps bringing in my house. Like it just comes around me in the kitchen and disappears when I'm over by the kitchen. It's been doing that for 3 days. I'm like, Gaia, why you keep messing with me like this? Please leave me alone with the fly.
That's funny. I just had 3 bees in my house today, and it's
So
cold.
when you're done, we have the next question is going to be we've talked about spiritual beings, spiritual guides, spiritual guides and who they are, what they are, and why they're there and why you need them. Now we're going to add something else to that. Why do you feel you need them, and how do you think you can get them to come to you? We're going to bring it on the Shauna and go all the way down.
I just reach out. I just in my mind, I just say, ask. I just ask a question, um, or in meditation, I'll go in and just ask them, to show me stuff. Like for instance, I asked my grandmother how she communicates with me, and I was shown a vision right away, and it was like it played like a movie in my head. I saw her holding me, and I was like 2, and I was touching the rose bushes in the backyard of the house where I grew up. And as I was my young married life, I lived in a house where there was this rose bush, and I kept it trimmed real small because the area that it was in was kind of just a square, and I wanted it to stay where it would fit. And that thing bloomed year round. I had neighbors that had green thumbs, and they were absolutely, or she was absolutely just shocked that this thing would bloom even in the winter. It would bloom. And one day I told her, I said, I want an absolute sign that I cannot deny, and I want it today. And I said, just to step out on faith and show you that I'm expecting it, I will put in and I have these red rose earrings, and I put them in. And I went in the other room, and I was talking to my husband, and came back in my bedroom, and I went to pick something up, probably my shoes. I leant down next to my bed, and it's where my shoes, I keep them lined up right there, and my nursing shoes. And one of my earrings popped out, or it fell. It just hit the floor. And I'm like, well, that's weird. And, ladies, as we know, sometimes you can, if you've had your ears pierced a long time, you might go to put your earring in and you actually miss the hole. You don't realize it, but you pinch your ear between the back and the front part of the earring. Well, I figured that's what I had done. And when I got down on my knees and looked under my bed, I saw my earring and I picked it up. The back of that earring was flush with that earring. So she showed me that sign that I asked for right then, within 5 minutes of asking. But the other spiritual guides, I'll just ask for a sign sometimes, just a sign for confirmation that I'm on the right path. And I'll always get some sort of answer, whether it be a synchronicity or just something that catches my attention that I'm like, oh, okay. You just got to have, when you ask, you got to have anticipation that they're gonna answer you, and you got to be, on the lookout. So that's my part.
E.T., you heard the questions. What do you think about it?
Yeah, so the way I talk to mine, since I've started my journey, is I literally talk to them like they're kind of in the room with me and they're my friends and I'm hanging out with them. And I've created kind of like, I want to say what they call like a password, so to speak, with my higher self. So, like, I sat down and I said one day, if I'm on the right path, I want to see any custom color painted vehicle on any vehicle at all. I don't care what it is, as long as it's custom color. Like, you have to pay to see it. So, just so I know. And I specifically chose green. And I see it a lot. So, that lets me know I'm on the right path a lot, because I didn't start seeing that until I set that for myself. So yeah, that's what I do.
Next, Opie.
I can go.
Oh, hello, hello. Sorry, my mic's being fussy tonight. I think if we just go inside ourselves calmly and just listen, that's like a really good way to hear them. And like I said before, watch for signs, because that's a big thing when you're starting with your guides. Because just because you can't hear them does not mean they're not there, because they are there with you always, no matter what.
And and the questions
Uh,
were,
thank you. Yes, I needed that.
we're, t- we're talking about spiritual guides, who they are, what they mean to you, how do you have them come to you, Mac,
Okay,
Frankie, something.
how do they come to me? They're all around me. They're just all around me right now. They've always been. I've just talked to them. I just talk. I just
How do you get
conversate.
them to come to you?
I how do I get them to come to me? I just think about them being around me, and they're like they just there. They just pretty much like they're appearing. They're just there, and it's like a feeling. It's kind of like a feeling, urge, sensation. Um, kind of like when I used to get those like seasonal changes of like traditional celebration throughout the year. I used to get feelings about the seasonal changes, Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, uh, Fourth of July, all these different celebrations we have here. Is like just get this feeling, and that's what it is like that for me. Like I just start conversating, and information just comes to me right reply. It's like they're already there. I don't know. It's like they're there. So I just start conversating, and if I know exactly their names or I think about it, and that's what they become. That I don't know. That's how it seems like to me. Like they're always around. Like they just don't leave. They never have. Uh, they just don't. That's why I get messed with so much. Seriously, I get played with you guys, physical family, Gaia, the universe. Like so many times, God's been laughing at me about stuff. I'm like, yeah, 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 whatever. That's what it seems like. I've always been in contact. It's like I just have to realize now this is what it's always been. I've never been left alone.
Valerie?
Second thought. I would say I um,
That's beautiful, Matt.
see it through numbers. My guides, angels, obviously. My ancestors, I know they're here. I know. Uh, like Max said, I feel them. I talk to them. Talk to myself a lot, so I hope I'm just talking to them. And let's see, through others, actually. Believe it or not, somebody will say something I need to hear that day or whatever I may be going through, and it's just confirmation for me. That's it. Or my animals.
We're moving on to Candace. If
Hello,
Valerie's finished.
everyone. Hello, everyone. What's the topic?
Spirit guides. How do you know they are with you?
Day before yesterday. Yeah, yeah. I see them all the time, and I feel them all the time. Especially one that is completely seems like always on topic with me, and I absolutely I don't know. My hair stands straight up on my arms, and if you see me playing with my hair, it's because one of my guys, I can't remember who, but somebody likes to play with my hair all the time. So then it's kind of like, hey, are you listening? That's the best way I can explain it. Um, it's a it's a feeling of a completeness when I get the answers that I seek. So, and sometimes I don't like the answers, and then I'd go, really, really, that's a good point. So, um, like the other day, a management personnel decided to have an argument with me, and um, then all of a sudden, instead of me trying to talk, all of a sudden I lose the ability to talk, which meant my guide was telling me, "Hey, you need to keep your mouth shut." And so, yeah, I didn't have a voice through the whole conversation. That was 45 minutes. So that was a big learning lesson, is pay attention. They are telling you. So unfortunately, some people don't pay attention, and it ends up being a catastrophe for them because they weren't paying attention. That's basically my interpretation of spirit guides.
I have a comment about that, Candace. That's exactly what you described. Yeah, the touching of the hair, touching of the body, like you just feel that happens to me. What you just said about the comments about you can't talk or something happens, and it's yeah, that happens. It does. I get that stuff too. And like, oh, okay, I forgot about adding that.
It completes the circle, so to speak. So if you're doing something like offering some information to someone, and your guides are going like, "Are you sure you want to answer it that way?" Or like, "The sky is blue. Are you sure? How's that working for you?" Kind of thing. And it's not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be multifunctional, but they are. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it. I mean, and that's the way I see it and feel it, all the way down to my toes.
It is about a feeling because that's what we do.
So
We feel.
I understand this though. Everyone's different.
I know this is out of turn.
Everyone that is a light worker is different. They have different ways of speaking with their guides and speaking with their spirit team. For me, I have the uncanny feeling of, not only do I reach for the sun energy because I'm a sun energy worker, and I get my questions answered just by sitting and speaking with the sun. And most of the time, I say most of the time, it's like like you're talking to your parents, for me anyway. And sometimes I don't like their answers. Does that make sense? And that's the most I've spoken in 3 days. They finally let me talk.
Right.
I wasn't supposed to talk
All
yesterday
right.
either.
Valerie, do you want to drop down, or somebody else want to drop down so I can pull somebody up?
I don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
I was
problem.
just about to do that, but okay, thank you.
Mhm. Uh, do I do it, or
Whichever one wants to.
how do I?
You can
Hmm.
both do it if you want, because I can pull up two people then.
Yeah. How do you do it? Can you do it for me, somebody?
Sure. Hold on. Hello, Brian. Hello, Loretta. Hello, Loretta. Hello. There's the one I
Hello.
wanted to speak to.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
One
Oh
yeah.
moment.
yeah.
I
Hello.
freaking
One
love
moment.
you.
I love you too. One
I've
second.
been waiting. I've been waiting to speak to you.
Uh-oh. Okay. Whoops. Ah, I apologize. I'm all yours.
Oh.
The noise.
We're talking about spirit guides and what they do, and how to meet them. It's all about spirit guides. So, seeing you're here, I want to offer you a position as a host because you have a lot of information that would help us expand and grow this live like a Nooks. But he's got something for you too when you go over there. I ain't telling you that yet, but this is for me. Um, I want to have you be a host on my show because you are really good with your information, and I like the spirituality that you present for me, and it would help what we're trying to do as a mission to help everybody else. So I would be honored if you would take that position.
It would be an honor. I would absolutely love being a part of the beautiful family.
Thank
Absolutely,
you.
Salon.
But
Thank you.
make sure you get on the Nooks Live and make sure you get in that box because he's got something for you too, dear.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
I know. Every time I
Thank
see
you.
you, you make my soul jump out of my skin.
Oh, bless your heart. You're such a sweetheart. Such
I
a
feel
sweet spirit. What was
I feel
that?
the love from you. Your love is
Oh,
so infinite.
oh.
So here's your wisdom, and I want to know more. So on this thing, maybe I can learn more about you and
You
your
know, it's
spiritual advice.
it's a, it's an absolute honor to be.
Well, thank you. Do you have a Facebook?
I I do, but I haven't been paying attention to it.
Well,
So,
I'll send you a message. I'll send you my information. We're gonna hook up there because we have a chat up on there. You're probably gonna need it for something else too. So I'll
okay,
get you. I'll get us rolling after this live.
okay, very
All
good,
right.
awesome.
All
Well,
right.
here we go.
And we're on. Buckle up, baby, because it's gonna be a ride.
It's just getting started, dear one, but
Oh, it
it's gonna
is.
be beautiful,
Did you see the
absolutely beautiful.
transition between me and Brim?
Oh, yes.
I was surprised. I was sitting here talking, all of a sudden he come flying out. I'm like, what the hell?
You know, those little, we're all going to have to adjust to those little heavenly hugs of spirit. They don't have to warn us, but they know dang good and well when we're ready, and that's when we get them.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, what I want to do is I want to have these likes up. I at least want to hit 50K. Come on, guys. I know we can do it. Even though there's 24 people in here, if we added more people, we wouldn't have to be sitting there talking like a maniac. And if you got the likes and shares up, it would help each other. It would help spread the word. If you want to, donate and help me here because I have to make content and I can't do that without the money, the funds to do it. So that's where your money goes to help with that. And if you'd like to gift these kind hosts to spend their time to spread the knowledge to you, that'd be wonderful. That'd be great also. Only do what you can afford. This is not something knowledge is given freely and it shouldn't be paid for like some people. I'm not calling them out. I'm just saying that, it's a token of love and friendship and support for each other, like we always support each other and the love and happiness and share and spiritual likeness that we have for each other. And that's how we should be, helping each other in a time of need. Sadly, unlike the world that don't do that today. And we are a family, and we need to sit there and put the petty differences aside, put the hate aside. It don't freaking matter what you are or who you are. It matters that you have the same spiritual light and the same love for humanity as you have for yourself. And you can't have that love for everybody else if you don't have that love within yourself. So all those that have the problem inside of themselves, you have to work that out. I suggest you create it with Mother Gaia and your spiritual guide to lead you in the path to unlock the key inside of you and that universe within inside of you. Within your body, your blood, your is your life. It is your life energy. It flows through your system. When you get one part of a sickness inside of you, it taints your entire body. And with that, you have to take that out. You take that negative energy and you transmute it into a positive energy and a positive light so you can show the world of who you really are. Oh my God. What just came out of me?
That was awesome.
Did you
What the?
breathe there? Did I hear a
Whoa.
breath in there anywhere?
No,
I didn't.
no,
You did no breathing. Good
I'd
job.
also like to I'd also like to add on to that we need to give ourselves more love, show more self-love to ourselves,
Yeah.
and we are our own worst critics, and we need to, when we're beating ourselves up, we need to look at ourselves the way our best friend would look at us and how they would react to what happened to us.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. We are our number one great fan when it comes to self-sabotage, and we will
may,
do it in a heartbeat.
may I say something? So, so I've never been alone in my life ever. Ever, you have children, you have your parents, and then you grow into an adult. And I have my little brother stay with me, and then my twin sister stay with me, and then I had a baby, and then I got married, and then stuff like that. So I've never been alone in my life. I just figured out, not but 2 weeks ago, I've never not been alone. You know how I think I'm putting it the right way. You're really never alone because you have your higher self with you. And once you learn that hey man, Candace, you got this. I mean, look how far you've come and you've got this. Step off the plank and just go for it. And that's the way I've lived each day in the moment. I can't emphasize enough that when you start looking at just a moment in time instead of rushing around and trying to get things done or trying to feed the children this and that, a moment in time, right then and there, then you realize you count too.
It's beautiful, Candace.
The power of now. Yeah, Sean. Yeah. Yeah. That's so true. So true.
Well, anybody else? Anything? Oh, we're gonna go to Brian. Man, I can't just believe that just happened. That just come flowing out like the Mississippi River
It's a geyser.
or oh my God, I can't even.
And can I say
I wasn't.
something
I, I
real
wasn't even
quick?
thinking.
May I say something real quick? I hate to do this to you guys, but I was right in the middle of dinner. Let me finish my dinner, and I'll be honored to come back with you. But I didn't want to not accept your invite. But
No, that's okay. I just
Absolutely.
wanted to
Enjoy
tell
your
you
meal.
that.
thank you,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'll see you here in a little bit. Thank you very much for the honor. I love you all.
We love you.
Welcome to the family. And that was nice, Candace. That was awesome. I really liked hearing that. I'm glad that you
Thank,
shared that with us.
thank you.
Um,
That means a lot.
and Brian, we're talking
That
about
means a lot,
spiritual
Epsilon.
guides. Oh, sorry.
I said that means a lot, Epsilon. It truly does.
We're talking about spiritual guides and
Next,
everything about who they are, what they mean to you, how do you call upon them, and stuff like that. That's going to be this one right next.
Okay. So,
And
my first guide that presented themselves to me, I saw in meditation. Uh, that I was able to make out her face and like her hair completely. And my other main one, I felt was one of my grandfathers, but I couldn't pick out which one because I kept on being tickled on my legs, and I couldn't remember which one that was because they both passed when I was fairly young.
that's cute. That's cute.
It is cute, but it's kind of like stop it. I'm trying to do stuff now. But that wound up being my maternal grandfather.
Wow.
I talked to them fairly regularly. Sometimes I'll get like an uptick in my head when I'll ask them questions, but I'll get more direct questions. I like to use dowsing rods that I'll ask them questions with that they're fairly responsive, that I can get yes no answers fairly quickly from them. I believe that they are here to help keep us on a moral compass, to help guide us for our highest good, highest timeline, and most divine soul path. That they work alongside our highest self to kind of help guide us, literally, as spirit guides, to what we should be doing for ourselves, as a collective, and ways that we can help share our messages to others.
That was awesome.
My other guide, well, I know I have more guides, but these are my main two. The woman that showed up to me, her name is Whitney. When I asked her name, she showed me a picture of Whitney Houston, which I thought was hilarious. I don't know her personally, but I know that I shared a past life with her and that she was my sister. But as far as I think once I pass, she's going to be reincarnated and I'm coming back as a guide for her, I think was our agreement, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
That was awesome. I was wonderfully told.
Thank you.
I like the part where he said his grandfather tickled him on his leg or something. That's cute.
Well, because I thought it was my paternal grandfather, because I will constantly, well, not constantly, but I will occasionally catch a whiff of his cologne. So I know he's around me, but I don't think he's one of my main guides.
It's still cute because that reminds me of my older sister kicking me in my left leg. It's just off the charts, man. I'm like, why are you kicking me in my leg?
Aren't siblings grand?
I know, right? Aw.
We're gonna go up to Larry and Starseed unless anything, Brian, you have anything else to add?
Not at the time being.
Thank you, sir. That was awesome.
Yo.
Larry and Starseed. We're talking about spiritual guides. Do you have any? And I keep losing my host. Pretty soon I'll be the only one here. Everybody keeps dropping. I wonder if they're doing it or TikTok's doing it.
He
I'm
said,
not
hold
going
on.
anywhere. I'm
Larry
not
said,
going
hold
anywhere.
On. Do you want to share, Larian, or? Okay. Well, I get my Hopi up here. Since I can't see Ashura's light anywhere, she must have vanished on me. I really needed her input too.
Hang tough, brother. They'll be back. Maybe they might want to get a snack or something.
Was someone asking me something?
Yeah, where's their snacks?
Oh, well, the only thing I can say about, uh, I haven't talked to like any of my guides or anything that I know of yet. Hopefully soon that'll happen. Let me just say soon that will happen. Um, but I do have a lot of wild dreams, very vivid dreams, and they sometimes predict the future. Like I was talking about it the other day. I was cutting a carrot cake, and the next day for somebody's birthday, we were having carrot cake.
Hey Trina, can you turn your mic off?
I have those too. and I started with little things, and then it just grew into be a bigger thing. Like when I was younger, when I was a little kid, I always thought I said I woke up in the morning and I had a dream about me eating ice cream, and then my mom actually took us out to ice cream. That was one of the rare times she ever did anything nice at all. But all during my life, I would have little things starting like that, and as time progressed, it started intensifying because I started working with it. When I got up in the morning, I started writing down every thought I had that had came into my mind in a dream or whatever it was. And then if I wanted to have a specific dream, what I would do is I would when I went to close my eyes or premonition even, what I would do is I would think about that thing. I'd have my TV off because that would be a distraction to you. You sometimes people put on megahertz to go to sleep in certain tones. Personally, if I'm going to know and I want to have a prophetic dream or a premonition or something like that, what I would do is I totally shut everything off in my room. Sometimes I would have a candle lit so it won't just and make sure it's safe so when I fall asleep it'll burn on itself. Or, just be in complete darkness, resonate with that, feel that your conscious is one with the source. And then once you do that, you then as you're falling asleep, maybe I would say about the last 30 minutes, think of that one thing that you want to talk about or you want to dream about. Like say for instance, I want to dream about um what's going to happen tomorrow, or something that that can actually work. Because if you think of something too wild range, you're going to get a wilder range of things. If you focus on one specific thing and you go to sleep, you repeat it over and over and over until you drift off. 90% of the time when you wake up, you're going to have that dream. Some people don't remember their dreams, however, and that's a different thing too. And it's also other people don't realize that it's all about the food you eat too. So when you go to sleep, if you eat certain kinds of food, that also affects how you dream and how your mind works because you have like if you're going to go to sleep and you're going to eat ice cream or something sweet and then you go to sleep 9 out of 10 times your mind's going to be racing and you won't be able to fall asleep and it'll take you too long to fall asleep. So you want to have that thing, you want to have something cool, mellow to drink, something that won't make you hyper and not able to fall asleep. Whatever works for you. Some people can eat ice cream and go to sleep. It's what resonates with you is what matters. Once you get in that place, that state, your body's in that place to resonate. You get into that groove of things. You will start, and it will start to grow. I mean, I had dreams and premonitions for 45 years. I'm telling you, that worked for me. Some of this might help all of you, but the main fact is, it's what resonates with you. I mean, you could take my suggestions. Some people might find their own. But whatever works for you, that is the best way to have these premonitions and dreams. And sometimes they come at random. Sometimes they come down the street. It's what you interpret. And what I would say is that too, when you wake up in the morning, you don't have a pen and paper. You can always sit there, hit camera on your, turn the camera on your phone, and record what you say. You can also get a tape recorder, record it like that. Any way you can record a voice, and then when you feel that you're ready, you can sit there, you write it down, and after you write it down or record it, you would listen to that, and then you'll get your translation of what it means. Does that help you?
Absalom, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I write my dreams down every morning, and I have a journal right by my bed for that. And what I've been having happen lately, well, another thing I do is I wake up early, I take a shower, and then I lay back in bed because that like activates the dreams more, where you remember them easier. And I usually go back to bed around like 2 or 4 a.m. after waking up at like 1, and then go back to sleep, write them down when I wake up again. And then lately, I've been having like delayed memories where they come back like even days later, where I remember a dream from days like from nights before. and the dream comes back days later.
And yes, and usually with a reoccurring dream, because I've had one dream that's actually started. Let me edit my words on this one because Big Brother's watching. I had dreams of two pillars falling down to the ground and everything after that. And mostly everything that I had seen had come true. That's the only way that I could say with Big Brother watching. They're always watching their words and everything. I've seen it all, and everything that happened. So these are the words. When you feel it in your heart, you feel it in your soul, you want to keep trying to go back to it. And once you have that one thing that you want to lock onto, focus on that. If you have a dream you don't understand, I know I'm going to hear about it probably within a couple of seconds. Well, you would always you would always be like a friend of mine. He would go on Google and look at stuff, which is not really a bad thing. You can just use it as an information source to a point, but you have to take into account what resonates with you. And that is, that could help and guide you in your experience, kind of like the great book that, everybody praises and takes warnings to. Even that has an element of truth. Everything on this planet is, everything on this planet has an element of truth. You just have to see it through the light and through the positive aspects of it. Because if you don't, you're going to pull out the negative things. And that's what a lot of people focus on, the negative things. When they see a dream, say, I have a dream and I'm going to have grades. They came up and they abducted me. Well, is it really what they were dreaming, or is it really what you were thinking they would happen? And that in turn makes you think it's real because of you have a negative influence of energy flowing through your body and coursing through your soul. And when you think that, you're going to manifest that. When you manifest that, you're going to think it's real. And that alone is the faulty of the human society, because they base themselves on greed, lust, and all these other things that we really shouldn't. And that produces a negative energy. The smallest little thing hurts your negativity, and it also affects your dreams. Everything is connected to one-on-one, and people don't realize that. And that's why I'm saying that every little slightest thing affects your dreams. Like one time I went down the street, for some reason I said hi to somebody. I said, "Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you." Great day, isn't it? Went down the street, about 50 feet down the street, bam, a flash came to me, and I seen something. It could happen just like that. One positive influence can set you in a chain reaction, and that in turn helps with your dreams, premonitions, and your psychic abilities, and it connects you more.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
What
We
is wrong with
do.
me today? My God, I've never been
Spot
like
on.
this.
He's so
You
spot
are
on. I
you
mean,
are
what?
amazing, and you are spreading the gospel.
You are
Uh,
on fire.
Dude.
I was going to I was concurring with your statement that we need to any negative thoughts that you manifest or that you're thinking about. If you dwell upon them, you will wind up manifesting them. So you need to shift your perspective on your thought processes. You need to think more positively about your current situations, how you're feeling about yourself, and where you are at. Because if you constantly dwell in this negativity, you will manifest this negativity completely into your life, and
There's
you'll
the
just be
word.
like, oh well, that's how my life's going to be. You can completely change that, change your
Mm-hmm.
perspective.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Wow. And Anook said that great things were coming. I didn't think it was going to spit all out one day.
That's pretty cool, dude. I loved it. I loved it. I'm sitting here going, is that Epsilon behind the screen up there? Oh man.
And it's also Brim back here. He's also bleeding out too. So he's like, "Let me speak." And so I was like, "No, I'll do it." And so I went and said it.
Dreams are
Oh my!
dope for sure.
Wow. This has been a awakening of some sort today. I don't know what the heck came over me.
Happy full
It's a,
Chris.
I'm proud of you, man.
it's a shame that some people missed it, and they should have been here to listen to that because that was.
That was
Yeah,
absolutely
I thought
incredible. So I have a question. So
I
I'm
had to
not
look.
really
Hold
sure
on a
about
second. I
what
had to look.
is
One
astro
second,
travel.
please. I had to look at the screen. I thought Anook was talking too because I had to look at my screen, but I noticed it was really me. But go on.
That's cool too. So I have a question. So astral travel is when you are physically here in this reality, but you attend another reality. It's not quite a dream, but you are right there with a bunch of people.
Correct.
Is that what astral travel is?
Astral projection. It is when you're sleeping, or it's when you're sleeping for the most, or you're meditating. What you do is your soul leaves your body and it goes to a designated place where it wants to go, where it feels it needs to be. And then sometimes you'll remember it and sometimes you won't. Where do you think your soul it goes when you sleep? That is where it goes. It travels to other places. And the only time you're supposed to remember it, and you do remember it, is because it's
Hmm.
something very important to you. Every
It
time you
was
shut
it was
your eyes,
absolutely awesome.
it leaves your body, it leaves your soul, and your soul
Right.
goes off wandering across the universe, and that is where it goes. Some people might see themselves as a plant. Some might even have see many different things, but that is your seven. That is your how you astral plane, an astral dream. They call a dream walker. Some people can do dream walking, and some can do astral planing. And
So
when you
that's what it was
astral plane,
called.
there's certain levels of astral planing too. There's 7 levels of the astral world. And it all depends on your vibrations and how you level.
So that's what it was called. Astral dreaming. So that's what it was called. Plenty of people sitting around that table. It was pretty awesome to experience. And this was a while back, but now that you mention it, um, okay, I'll share it. Uh, so uh, to tell you about this experience, there was David's mother at the table. She had long black hair. We were all sitting at the house in Myrtle Creek, Oregon. So David's mother was sitting at the table, mind you now, and she was pretty young. And then my grandmother was sitting there with, now think back to the 1970s, how big the chairs were with the big arm handle looking big arms on the side of the chair. It was color blue. And then David's Aunt Wanda, who when she was here on this earthly plane, she was known as a Celtic witch. And then my grandmother was there, and then the conversation centered around to tell me that they were proud of me and that I had more to step out of, which means at the time I was always closed off to the world and showing depression and all this stuff and wanting not to be here and all that stuff, right? And so my then mother-in-law told me, no, we need to have you do this. And then my grandmother goes, remember what I told you when you were a little girl. Never forget who you are. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I told David about the experience, and he truly believed me. But I remember Sharon being the age of 24. And the long black hair, when I asked him about the long black hair on his mother, he said, well, she had long black hair around the age of 24. And I was like, well, I saw your mother. He was like, really? And I go, yeah. So that was the first time I ever did that. And that was quite a while ago, but I wanted to share that.
Very thank you. Very thank you. It was an honor to hear that. Who would like to go next? Would Master Shauna like to go next? Mm.
Sure. So during what Candace was just saying, my book, The Solitary Witch, fell off the nightstand, hit the floor. I
What?
don't know what that means, but there was no
Just now?
there was no reason. But yeah, just now. I'm picking it up as we speak.
There's probably a message in that book for you.
Okay, so I'm probably so. So my daughter was trying to talk to me as well. So tell me what I'm responding to. I was having to listen to her for a minute and the room, and it was kind of hard. Anybody? Hello?
Hello?
No, I'm having trouble too. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
No, I said
No.
my daughter. Go ahead, Candace.
Well, they asked, what was the topic, and I was just mentioning about the dream, the awakened dream vision I had. So
Oh,
that's
and
what I was doing.
astral travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about astral travel and stuff uh,
Yeah.
a few minutes ago. Um, I don't feel like I've really done that yet. Um, and I mean, I guess in visions, maybe like conscious astral travel. I have done that, like with the dragon that came to me, told me to follow him, and we literally, I started. It was so funny in the vision. I started to climb on his back, and he turned and looked at me and said, "You can fly too." And so then we just both flew. Um, yeah, I don't think I've done a lot of astral traveling, but I've done a lot of conscious visions and stuff, where I'm inner journeying, and it like today. Oh my, today was interesting, Candace. You and we were baptizing people and healing them with stones, ma'am.
Whoa.
The two of us together in a stream. It was so cool. Um,
Whoa.
yeah, that's one thing I could say. That I put on the shamanic drumming like a Nook uses, and wow, it takes me places. So I guess that's astral traveling in a sense. Am I right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
that's astral traveling.
Yeah,
Cool.
man, the inner world is so much cooler than the outer world. I just have
No
to say
doubt.
that.
No doubt. No doubt.
That
But
water
channeling
pisses
tonight
over
is,
there.
sorry, what was that, Mac?
I was waiting my turn. I was like, can I say something? But I was waiting for y'all to finish.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was finished.
That was finished. But that
Oh,
was cool,
sure.
Sean.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, talk about dreams. I remember dreams as I mentioned. No, this dream that I want to mention here specifically, I don't think my sister had the same dream, but I had this dream twice as a kid. Her and I both in the woods being chased by Sasquatch, Bigfoot. I don't know why. Nothing about Harry and Henderson's movie came up. I don't know why. Just actually, that was probably we were watching that movie at the time, Harry and Henderson's. But still, why
I love
twice?
that movie.
Yeah, the
That's a
movie.
great movie.
Yes, it is. But why twice on that specific? That's like one dream that I've had twice. Other dreams I've had. Um, I've gone. I met people here in this existence. I met two people. One where I live at years ago. I met exactly what she looks like, but I met her because she was a veteran too at the hospital, and she was a gothic chick. I met her. I know her name too, but it was just I met her one time, and that was it. Last time I met her, and she was Wiccan too. That's interesting, all that stuff. And it's like, So I have dreams where, okay, years later, and then I don't realize that deja vu actually happened until I go home or something and think about it, like, wait a minute, that happened. This happened to me before. And it's like, okay, those are dreams. That's how things happen. I'm trying to think about like us just now. And like, no, nothing exactly. Anything lately? Remembering, recalling dreams lately? No, not too much. Other than when I first began with you guys 2 months ago, and I got videos about that, and that happened pretty much right after. But traveling. Oh, here's a dream that I've had. If you guys know the video game Gears of War, I do not play this game. I was not playing the game. I was not thinking of this game. But I recall I'm on top running on top of a starship while it's in airborne an airborne coming down, and I had to save some little girl. I'm some soldier. Damn, what does this guy look like? He looked like those alien creature things from the game. But I was one of these type things, and I was trying to save the girl. I saved the girl, got her to where she had to go, and I think I got died. And that's when I woke up. I also remember dreams of actually hitting the ground. I woke up. I have had flying dreams, and that's pretty much it for that. So I mean, I've done traveling. I've done astral traveling. I just didn't realize that's exactly what it is. I don't have dreams about doing human stuff. I may be having a dream that I am me, Mac, and I'm dealing with family members or things, but I'm always on an adventure. I'm always solving problems, helping people out, doing something like that. Some dreams I just forget. I don't need to remember them. So I'm like, okay, I want to remember everything when I wake up. Sometimes it doesn't. So same thing like that. When I asked about my dragon name, for sure, Ashtar is what I came with, and I asked him, "Hey, I want to remember your name as soon as I wake up." What happened? I woke up, and that was the first thing I thought of. I don't know why. I'm like, I have to go pee. No, that's not what I thought of. I just thought Ashtar. Huh. And then, I gotta go pee.
That's cool.
So things are coming out, and it's getting better. We're gonna get better, and we are. Dude, we're gonna make so much. We're power, dude. We're not powerful. We are power. Not full of power. We are power.
I've had a really kind of an interesting thing happen. Um, it was about 10 years ago, but I've never forgotten this. I dreamt, I actually had a dream about something that happened in my mom's life. It was so weird. And when I talked to her about it, her jaw about hit the floor. And it was about, actually, her last few years, she lived here in Deming, New Mexico, her last high school years. And there was a guy that she went to school with, and he was kind of scrawny and everything. And they were at some, I can't tell you where the waterways are here or anything. But he ended up drowning in like a whirlpool. He couldn't get out. And I described him to a T. And what had happened, she's like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I have no idea." But everything I told her, she confirmed. So that's slightly different, but you just made me think about that in my head because it was it affected everybody in the public where she was. It affected everyone about this kid.
The thing about dreams and premonitions is you have to think, and then you are an infinite being. You can see the past, the present, and the future, and how you handle it, and you can also see, the realities. But the only way to do that is if you hit that spiritual level, you can see it all. You have to unlock the abilities within inside of you. And that is a true understanding of the visions and dreams and premonitions.
I am learning so much.
Thank you,
And
Great
things are making
Grimstar.
so much more sense to me anymore. It's like every question I've had over the last few years have come to fruition. It's amazing.
You are all amazing. Every individual here, even the rabbit down the hole here, I think they call him. I'm not too sure. I've never met him. I've heard of him. You are all wonderful beings, and you all have a special light that's inside of you. And once you conjure that spirit, you will manifest the love that is meant to be. You will show that love like a waterfall spewing out the energy from you. You will produce the love and the compassion and the admiration you have for humanity and spread that news across the world. That is what the spiritual ascension's about. And then I know you all can do that. I feel it within you. You all can do that. It's all tied together. It's in how you understand it and how you perceive it. Some perceive it the wrong way. Is it right? No. But the way that we need to show them and guide them to the positive way of life. That is the best way we can do this and handle this. We can turn the tide of the darkness. If we turn the tide, we could win the war against the evilness of the human people. We have to bind together as one and be a unity. Be as one. And once people start sharing that and do become as one, you will see a shift in the universe and in the planet within and the planet out here. Everything will change for the positive.
Thank you, Brim. That was wonderful.
You are very welcome, Master Netbud.
I don't recall my dreams very much unless they usually just seem to be natural disasters, and I'm wondering if they're mainly past life experiences that I'm reliving. The one time that I consciously astral traveled, I left my body and I was probably about a mile up in the air, and I made the mistake of looking down at myself, and I scared myself, and I immediately was returned to my body.
And that is a good thing because a lot of people, they take these astral projections and they do go back into a past life. And again, when your past life wakens up and you hit that spiritual level of enlightenment, your body will ignite with the energy that flows through you. It will run in the surface of your body, which is completely water. That electric will spark the past lives that are inside of you. Thus, the memory will be open. Then you'll be able to travel to that memory you once had before, if that's any understanding to you.
Absolutely. Beautifully said.
You're very welcome.
I have a comment about that, Brian. With your considerable dreams of basically what I would consider as the Farmer's Almanac, you can help us all with those considerable disaster dreams. Because what has happened in the past, as what is happening now, will always occur. Because everything's right now. I mean, everything's right now. All existences that has happened, will happen, and is happening is all simultaneously at the same time going on. That's why. So you can help us. You can help us.
I feel one of them was in the Library of Alexandria that I recall trying to save scrolls when it was burning. But I've spent several past lives as an alchemist.
All right, if anybody has anything else to say, I want to kind of switch it out and put some more hosts up on here. So, I don't know. Let me see who's here. I could bring up 3 people. So if 3 people want to drop down, or even 4, it depends on who it is.
I'll go ahead and drop down so I can take Tika outside to go potty.
I'll drop
All
down
right,
and say one
no
thing.
problem.
before I drop down. The closest I've been to astral projection is sleep paralysis a couple times, but I haven't figured out how to get out of it. I've read online how to get out of it, but I usually wake up.
Why can I not see her? Why does she not show up? I don't understand. That's stupid. What?
I think she's asleep.
Hey,
I think she might be asleep.
ah, and Dorinda, you're gonna have to send a
Wake
request.
up, Hopi.
No, Dorinda's down here, and I'm trying to get her up here. All right, I'll let her go back to sleep.
I love our Hopi.
I'm trying
Isn't
to
she
get
cute?
Dorinda though, but it's not letting me. I don't know why she's not showing up in this list. Somebody's getting a phone call. Yeah, Dorinda, you down there?
That's so weird. I looked at who all's here and it shows that she's here.
Yes, exactly. Mentioned that. Lyran, exactly, man. She's dreaming in the dream. She's dreaming while we're talking about dreams. So she's dreaming. She's still here. She hasn't left.
I love
Hey
that.
guys.
We love you.
So, Mac, is there anything in particular in the Farmer's Almanac I should be looking at?
Hmm. The weather cycles.
Okay.
Yeah, like pending disasters that could come up, and I would look at it more like definitely deep histories. Like it say like okay, there's a tornado today, and it's gonna be I don't know category 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it kills a bunch of people. It makes a lot of problems. Well, on today's date, you can backtrack it of what happened in history on today's date in a different time period. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I know it happened. That's the reason why the almanac. But I'm referring to more like like flooding stuff like that, really bad disaster worldwide stuff that could happen.
Okay.
Look into that more and rely upon the dreams.
Okay, hold on for a
How you're being
second.
interpreted on that.
Can someone drop down so I can get Dorinda because I've been trying to get her.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess
Drop down.
drop. Then. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yep. I can.
Thank you. Man, trying to get her is a crazy.
Oh, I was gonna say who Dorinda, and then suddenly her face was right there.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to get Dorinda for like the entire time, and it's like not working right.
Well, she's here now, showing me.
I'm here now.
So Dorinda,
Hello.
I apologize. I ended up having to go buy more coins so I can help out. So I was doing that while you guys were saying I was sleeping. I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, you
Not,
were.
Dorinda,
No, that was Hopi that was
Dorinda
sleeping.
here.
not that I don't, because there's been times I have.
And no, I wasn't sleeping either. My phone died and I was trying to get back on and then I couldn't hit the live stuff. It's been crazy on my electronics tonight.
You
Well,
got
we
to
got
Dorinda,
ourselves a gorgeous
refresh.
full moon
Update.
out there, guys.
you missed it.
We got
What's
20
that?
donuts. Hey guys, we got 20 donuts.
Oh
20.
no,
Can we
what
get
did we
20 more,
miss? What
y'all?
did we
Can we get 20
miss?
more?
20 more donuts.
Tap, tap,
Man,
tap,
20 more
you
thousand
guys. Tap,
likes.
tap, tap. Donut, donut, donut.
no, you missed. You missed. I was talking. Grim came out, and then a bunch of information come flying out, and I said it. Everybody thought Nook was talking for a moment or a couple times. It
Sweetie,
was
I heard it
crazy.
all. I didn't miss it. I was here.
So
I was here.
Corey,
my
what's
question
up with that
is I want
noise?
to know if you want to be a host on this show too.
Me?
Yes,
Oh, really? I would
really.
be honored to. Oh my God.
I like your
Yes.
wisdom and I like your knowledge. And you remind me of my
Oh,
grandmother, so I have to say yes.
oh, I would love to. Oh, I got the warm fuzzies.
Yay! Now we're a double team.
So we're only going to go to 7 hosts.
Okay.
So I don't know
Oh,
what number that makes it because I haven't added it up yet. But yeah, we'll discuss that. And every time before we have a live, I'm probably going to go on about an hour before, so we can talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to do this, and give the last 10, 20 minutes or 30 minutes even, so people can get ready. That's going to be the general rundown. If you're good with that, well, I'm cool with that. That goes for
okay.
everybody here and listening. And now we'll speak to
Exciting.
Mr. Cornhole up there. I mean, Zorro. I mean, Rabbit Hole.
The black hole? What?
Dorinda, are you tapping?
I
No, I
was.
can hear. Oh,
Yeah, can
I
you
can hear
tell?
it.
Oh, sorry. I thought I should drop my mic.
yes,
Was
that's
Jake
how I can tell that
handling
you're
somebody?
outside driving around.
I was tapping like all get out.
Man, I'm going to have to rewatch this live. I'm telling you, there's been some crazy stuff going on tonight.
Oh, you were just tapping the screen, Dorinda? That's what happened?
Yeah, I was tapping the screen on and I didn't realize the mic was on. So I apologize, guys.
Do
No
you
problem.
mind me calling you Dory, or you rather prefer Dorinda?
I know, guys. I prefer Dorinda. One time someone asked me if they could call me Dorito, and I said, I'm not a chip.
I thought you were going to say something else. I almost, nope, nope.
That's too funny.
Oh my gosh.
This was just saying you look really tasty.
Oh my
I'm,
god.
I'm
Oh
not
my
saying what I'm,
god.
anyway, I'm not going to say what I was thinking. We're going to move on to the conversation now to Down the Rabbit Hole. We're talking about spiritual guides and what they
Perfect.
do, what they do for us, what they mean, um, basically about spiritual guides. And then we started talking about dreams and premonitions and bad energy and stuff like that. Trying to catch you up. If I missed anything, somebody please enlighten me because I've been spitting out information and I don't even know what the hell I'm saying half the time now.
Well, let's stay on topic. We're talking about spiritual guides.
Yeah, we'll go back to that.
Rabbit, he has not talked yet. He's just listening. Let's get his input on this, on the subjects that we were on dreams now, right?
I think we evolved into dreams and premonitions.
Yep. All right, Rabbit, you're next, man. You're up here.
Come
Let's
on in
go.
that hole. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We're only 22 away from the goal. Well, we got 22 into the goal. Want to try to hit the 50 likes. Trying to get more people in here because if I can keep rambling, I can keep talking more, and maybe more information will spit out, and maybe Master Brim will come out again. It all depends on how many people we get up in here and how long I stay up. Because it seems like the longer I stay up, the more he wants to come out. So that's good news for you guys. If you want to keep on hearing this mouth rattle, then I'd keep on doing it.
Yeah, and it's good for you too.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Golden Spirit. I'd like to talk to you sometime soon. You can DM me there, Golden Spirit. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Down the rabbit hole. Come out of that hole and speak to me, Dora.
Who do we have tonight? Is it Epsilon or is it Brimstar? We'll never know. He's always changing, he's everlasting. He will give you the word of the day.
I feel like we're
Hello.
Lord of the Rings again.
What an entrance.
You are, if we're in Lord of the Rings, you and me are part of the Dwarf Guild.
Right.
For sure. How are you today, sir?
I am fine.
That image that you have when you don't move your head at all, the two little dots on the animal behind you is shining through your eyes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, people are saying I look like a wolf.
Yeah, the Wolfman Jack.
And it's funny because when I nabbed this picture from somebody, the black wolf is one of my spirit guides.
Very cool. We had a big metaphysical meeting this weekend. In a town north of me, and we went and we did. We were talking about the meditation, and my co-host was doing tarot readings, and I was just spreading the word of love and light, and it was a great event. And I think we're going to have a lot of people joining us from all over the world. We've got a guy that's going to be at Stonehenge meditating with us while we're doing the show. So
That's
that's going
good.
to be, yeah, that's going to be really cool because, that's a very powerful spot on the planet.
I've been there. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about some spiritual energy and spiritual question? Stand in the middle of that damn place when that sun comes up. Tell me what you feel. Or stand there in the middle of the night. I've been there
Right.
both times. I'm telling you what, you never felt a surge of energy run through your body like you never had before.
Yeah, it's definitely cleansing. It's ethereal, and it really helps align those chakras. And really, at any of the points on the earth that are centralized energy points will really change your life. I think who is it? Honey McReynolds is going out to Sedona. She was saying.
Rabbit.
And she's going to be doing a spirit walk out there, and it's going to change her life. And I
She's
think
already
anybody.
there. She's already there.
Oh, she's doing it right now. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, she's
Um,
in Sedona. I don't know what she's doing the walk, but she's in
yeah,
Sedona. Yes.
she's got a private tour that she booked that she's going to be doing, and I recommend that for anybody who's looking to do any type of spiritual walking and enlightenment. When you go through the process and you really get in tune and you put the time in, because it takes work, it takes time. It's not something that will happen overnight. But when you do those pilgrimages of inner spirituality, it every time you do it, you think, oh man, I've transcended to the next level. And every time you do it again, you just become more and more and more powerful to where Epsilon, was it you? I don't know if it was your live. Somebody was talking about you. Were you on last night or the night before?
No, I only do
Oh, I think it was in.
Wednesdays and Sundays.
I think it was an Alien Tease live. They were talking about, wanting to astral project and how to get, answers while meditation. And I was in the chat and I was telling them that, once you transcend your vibration level to a point, you will actively be walking and meditating, talking and meditating, astral projecting in your mind while your body is still operating on this plane right now. You know, me talking to you right now, I'm talking on the phone, but my mind is meditating. So that's
I'm
that's
doing.
that's something that everybody should really try to ascribe to, and to really elevate themselves. So, because what happens in our spiritual growth, we're asking so many questions. That's what I see the most on your live, everybody's lives. Everybody is seeking some type of answers. And when you realize, when you stop seeking the answers and live in the moment and live within your own spirituality and walking the light, the answers become revealed to you more abundantly, more directly. You won't have that question of wonder or want or seeking knowledge, because the knowledge will flow to you absolute and unite within yourself. So, and as a guide, I tell
Can anyone hear me?
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, they're
Okay, are
muting
we
me.
back on? Okay, I was like,
They're,
what the
Oh,
heck
okay.
happened?
I
they
know, I thought I
muted
was
me.
alone for a minute.
I was
Yeah, me
preaching.
too.
How dare they?
You were preaching
So
gospel,
Say
brother.
it again.
anyway,
Yeah.
while we're going through our spiritual growth, the questions will become revealed in the time. And I want everybody in this chat that's watching and all the hosts, do not compare your spiritual journey to anybody else's. Do not, if you see somebody empowering or embodying some abilities that you want, don't dwell on, oh, I wish I was like Epsilon and I could channel so and so. Don't worry about that. When you are given that ability, that's when the universe wants you to have that ability. That's when it's meant to happen, it will happen. And here's another thing, my last little piece of wisdom I will impart before taking comments from Mr. Epsilon, is that I want everybody to realize that we are all in this together. It is not a competition. It is not a who knows more. It is not a who can get the most likes or who can get the most stuff. Believe me, if it was about likes and all of that, I would be doing lives every night too. But it's not about that. It's about spreading the word of love with each other. So while you're going through your journey, don't worry about what so and so's got going on with their spiritual growth. And we're always quick to give advice. But what I love about your group, Epsilon, and you, is that we also have to do the listening part. And sometimes it's not about preaching to somebody. Sometimes the preaching comes in your silence, allowing somebody to unload that energy on you, and you as a light worker transforming that energy and help magnifying it to generate what they are manifesting. And I want to tell you guys this: if you're living a life of question and doubt and things are happening bad to you, you're down on your luck, bad stuff is going around, you hate your job, whatever it is, that is life's way of telling you you've got to work on yourself. Because when you are walking in the light and when you are truly living the being of goodness and oneness, manifestation of great things will happen to you automatically. You won't even have to ask for them. The universe.
Oh, not
For some
again.
reason, I think it's him that's going out because I can hear everybody else, right? I think it's down the rabbit hole. I think he's. We can't hear you, honey.
Oh my God, now we
We
got kicked
lost
out.
him. Yep, we lost him.
Those are beautiful words. And now you guys
Yeah,
understand why I don't say much and I sit in the background and I watch.
yeah, and
He said exactly. He said
Yep.
exactly,
exactly what.
especially about each of our journeys because I'm having to do mine on my own, and if you get too much information at once, you can't keep it in your brain. So those
I'd like to
abilities
add
and
a
everything
little
come to us when
something.
we can.
I'd like to add something. You're so right. Nightbird, right? On my glasses, right? Yeah, Nightbird. I couldn't see it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's
honey.
Sherry.
Yeah. Um, but I would like to say one of the things that down the rabbit hole was saying triggered something in me. And what he was is such wisdom in what down the rabbit hole was saying. I mean, seriously. But there's one thing that, if there's something that we see in somebody else that rubs us wrong or pisses us off, what we need to do in that space is pretend that that person is a mirror. And what you feel from that person is what you have to work on. That person is your mirror, and they're triggering you or making you feel that way because it's something that you need to work on within yourself. That
That's a
person is your
fact.
mirror.
And you know
You are
what? I
right.
just wrote that like a day ago. I was almost automatic writing, and that is on my page, what you just said.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You're right, Dorinda, because people will trigger us. We live on Earth. We live in a social structure, and we have to be able to walk within that social structure embodying the light. Now, remember, I told you guys I was at a metaphysical meeting this past weekend, but for the past 2 weeks we've been working with this, association at this haunted house, and all of the people associated are quote unquote light workers, and the leaders. I don't take a leadership position because I just like to interact with the people. But the leaders of this light worker function are passive aggressive, narcissistic, egotistical. They're not motivating, they're not inspiring. And when I go to these different metaphysical events, I'm seeing that more and more and more. What I do and what I implore all of you to do is when you see people talking about love and light and all of this good stuff, but you hear them talking whispers of, gossip or whatever it is, and those triggers happen, we have to call them out. We have to be willing to have the integrity as real beings of light to stand up for everybody else around us and call out the bull crap. You see somebody leading the flock over the hill, you're going to stop them. And we need to be 100% more willing to do that in our public lives. Now, if you guys aren't in a position where you're exposing yourselves to other light workers, I really suggest you do. And I'll give you an example. We were at this event, and my co-host was doing tarot readings. And this lady just keeps on walking by, and she's making eye contact with me. I'm making eye contact with her, and I'm smiling, and I'm just being the natural person that I am. And I see her looking at the tarot reading sign. So I approached her and I said, "Were you thinking about getting a tarot reading?" And she said, "I was, but I was going to go to the lady over there. She had a long line too." And I said, "Listen, you go where your energy calls you. So go, I said, if you want a reading to be around love and light purely, my co-host is the person to talk to. I said, I can't speak for somebody else's energy. I said, but your spirit will tell you. So she walks over to the tent and I'm watching her walk towards the other tent. She had her daughters with her, 3 daughters. And she's looking at the daughters and they're talking and they're talking and they walk away from the tent. About an hour later, the lady comes back to the tent and she says, hey, I'm going to do a tarot reading. I said, oh, cool. I'm glad you came back, because by then the line had gotten down a little bit and she could got in for a reading at the time. So she said, yeah, I walked by that lady's tent and she was, I had a feeling in my stomach that she said, I had a feeling in my stomach and my daughters felt it too. And we decided that your energy was better. So my point of telling this story is this lady that they felt the negative energy from within the community, she was known for love and light and inspirational and all of that. But honestly, I already knew she was going to feel the negative energy because I feel the negative energy, and people will bring their negative energies into your reading or into your intuitive spirit walk if you're doing that with somebody. And sometimes their innate negativeness will latch itself onto you. So I want everybody to be very careful and have discernment when you're doing these spiritual walks and talks and allowing different people into your energy fields. Me personally, I have a tribe at home and I don't get tarot readings or I don't do any type of energy transfers outside of people within my tribe or people that I trust, because being a pure being of light, other light workers will try to latch on to that and will try to suck my energy off, especially because I'm a manifesting generator. And I also have to protect myself against that. So love and light, have discernment, and just know that the work we're doing is not in vain.
Thank you, great master. Thank you. That was wonderful. Absolutely 1,000,000% accurate, guys. He's on to everything. He's talking about everything right here.
Exactly. That is why I listen. And when we're in these group meetings, what do? I sit there and I listen. Somebody mentioned it today. What did he say?
Well, yeah, I said that we got to listen. We also, it's not just about preaching, it's about listening to each other. And Epsilon, I have such a hard time.
They cutting out, man.
What? What happened?
We lost him again. We lost you down the rabbit hole. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I think he's got kicked out or something again.
They didn't want me saying that one.
Oh.
They didn't want me saying that one. What I was saying was, and oh my gosh, hold on, I got to rechannel it because it was so good. Whew. We're dealing with people that are in their spiritual growth. People look at every one of you on this live as leaders. And we have to understand that, yes, we are masters in our own way, but we're not just dealing with people that are going through spiritual growth and journeys. There are a lot of people that come to us that have serious mental health issues. And it is okay to seek therapy. It is okay to speak to a psychologist or a therapist. It is okay to put yourself in that environment to work on your emotional and mental health not us, but I'm saying other people. So because people come to us, and I see it in lives and the commanders' lives a lot, they're having these experiences, but there's also something else there. There's an innate darkness within them. And we have to be willing to say to them, hey, you can work on your spiritual health, but I think it's important for you to work on your mental health. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with telling a friend in love and light that, hey, you have a mental, there's something in your brain that you need to fix because your human condition is affecting your spiritual condition.
But you must also realize when it comes down to that, it is not just mental. It's also what you consume physically in this world. That also helps. So you got to balance all three.
Oh, Mac, you're preaching to the
guys.
choir. I'm a firm believer in mind, body, and spiritual growth at the same time. At the same time, what you're consuming, like you said, in your mind, in your body, physically, what you're consuming in your mind. And remember, consumption is not just eating, too. And I don't want to offend Epsilon or anybody in here, but if we're consuming 30, 40 hours a week of TikTok, we've got a problem. We've got a serious issue where we need to look within ourselves and say, hey, are we doing the work or are we just having a powwow? Are we just talking to each other or are we spreading the word?
And that is why we are here to spread the word. We are here to spread the word of the spiritual enlightenment. Some people come on here and they talk and they put up host videos. That's fine and dandy. But the main reason that we should be here is to spread the word of enlightenment through us and through our souls. We are also here on different media sites to spread the news and the light. When you speak of things that are irrelevant just for propaganda, you're just spreading evil news. It's not really important at all. And that is what most social media sites do. They do that. And yes, it is good for you to communicate and unite with your fellow believers in the spiritual world because you're not living beside them right now. You're not living near them. And when you feel sad and you feel lonely and you need someone to talk to you, you can talk to the individual that is closest to you. You can talk to your family. That is
Yes.
why we have us as a spiritual unity.
Right. And that's where these groups have to be. It almost has to be like I don't want to say a church setting, but this has to be a space where not just all of us are talking, but let's bring new people in. Let's have people that are, hey, how's your spiritual growth going? What can we do to help you? But in the back of our minds have that discernment to know, okay, like Mac was saying, are we doing everything we need to do for our growth, including the eating and the mental part of it? Because what happens is there's people that have been within the spiritual world their whole lives. You know, I've grown up Pentecostal, so you can just imagine how it was growing up in my household with speaking in tongues and all of that. So I believe that a lot of people have not experienced that. Some people have been atheist or agnostic and now are just having their spiritual growth, and they've never gone through a spiritual battle because it's always been a mental battle for them. Once they start
Exactly.
stepping into the spiritual aspect of it, we need to help let them know that while you're growing, that growth, it's like I call it like spiritual onboarding. You know, when you start with a new company and you've got your 90-day probationary period, when you're jumping from into your spiritual growth, we all have that probationary period, and everybody's is different. Everybody's time frame is different. And within that spiritual growth, and Epsilon, I know you've gone through this, we go through some hell. We go through some spiritual warfare,
The
internal
key to all of
warfare.
it now, hold on 1 second, didn't mean to interrupt you. The one key thing to all this is you got to find balance. Balance, balance,
Yes.
balance. You can't take it to one extreme, you can't take it to the other. You got everything has a balance. Within balance, there's order. And with order, without order, you will have chaos. And with chaos, you'll have dismay, you'll have darkness. So, in order to do all that, you have to be spiritually aware on where your boundaries are, what you need to do in your daily lives. And your spirituality has a
Boundaries.
lot to do with what you mean and what you need to do, and what you preach and what you say. Every word that you speak, can be harmful in a way. That's why you don't commit people in a harsh way. When you stop preaching and lecturing to them, they don't understand it, and then that's how it's supposed to be. You need to come at them with a soft, loving voice, but yeah, you want to plant the
Right.
seed to bring them to the spiritual world, but you don't want to sit there and overpower that seed with water and energy and growth, because if you do that, they're not going to exceed, they're not going to go anywhere, they're not going to understand the words that you're trying to say.
Right. Epsilon, you make a huge, huge, you really hit something strong, and I'm going to bring it up. The other night we had a girl come on the live. I believe it was Rachel, and or somebody came in the live and she mentioned that she was Wiccan, and the commander just jumped all over her. And after the live, I had to message her and tell her, hey, the commander's old school, he's kind of, he's stuck in his ways. And I want you to know that you're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Your spiritual growth is your own, however you want to associate that, as long as it's in positivity and not in love and light. And not in negativity, then yes, you do you, girl, pretty much. And we have to support that. And as leaders and teachers, we have to know that when we're trying to help somebody or teach somebody, you've got to know whether they're receiving that or not. Because if they're not receiving it, you might as well just pack up shop and stop, because your energy is not worth it. When that person is ready to hear what you have to say, they'll hear it. But also, we can't be dogmatic about it. We can't push the same way that Jehovah's Witnesses are knocking on everybody's door a Saturday o'clock, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Why do people look upon that negatively? Why do people look on the churches negatively? Because they're pushing a dogmatic form of love and light, when really, when you take out the word religion or where that religion is associated to, if the end goal is love and light, it don't matter what you are, what you want to call yourself, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, agnostic, atheist, Satan worshiper, whatever the hell you are, there's some type of redemption there. And there is also a way to find the light within your darkness. And I want to touch on one more thing that you said that really resonated with me. You said that when people's minds are disheveled and their spirits are disheveled, they get to a chaos. You mentioned the word chaos. And I want to tell all my friends that are watching and listening, when you master your spirituality, you will thrive in chaos. You will grow in chaos. The chaos will be what funnels your strength, because when you can find peace within the chaos, you have truly reached a point of enlightenment where that peace will also put peace into other people's chaos. When your light can shine outside of yourself and affect the world around you and an environment around you, I call it the James effect. Well, for me, like people say, hey man, when you come into the room, everything changes, because your energy has to be palpable. Your light energy has to be felt by everybody. When you look at Epsilon's eyes, you see that light. When he's walking in the store and he's at the deli department and he's ordering his roast beef, that lady's throwing extra roast beef on there because he's got love and light. Or when you're driving your car and you're in traffic, that person is going to let you in because your love and light is affecting them. When you are out in public and your love and light is shining, the chaos around you becomes invigorating, because as a light worker, if you don't see darkness as an opportunity to change somebody's life, then what the hell are we doing?
And exactly what you just said about chaos. Within chaos, there's order. And who makes the order? The light makes the order. That is what we're doing. We are in the chaos and we are the light. We are the order. And once we do that, you would clearly understand what chaos really is and how to fix it. And to disperse the chaos, you need the light, and then you get the order. You beautifully said that very well. I couldn't have said that any well better. For it
You
is
know,
written, I was told you have unsaid what I needed to say. That is why I let you speak this so long, because I didn't feel like saying it. I wanted to let all of you speak the words that I went to say.
Trina, I see you up there. Trina, put the hands up. Thank you. So listen, people.
And anger leads to hate. And he disappeared again.
Suffering. Suffering is the path of the dark side. Yes.
Oh my
Master
God.
Rabbit.
The FBI is on me hold.
He did.
Speak wisdom, he did. I love that.
Yes.
I was hold on, I gotta focus where I was going with that
We
on
were
the
talking
chaos
about chaos,
part.
and we were talking about order, and we were talking about how the order, we are the light. That is where we were.
When you said what I needed to say, Epsilon, that's how we feed off of each other. Sometimes I know you love talking and being the sage, but sometimes you need to impart your sageness on others, and we can manifest that. Sometimes we might not be able to verbalize the message that we're trying to get out, but we can channel that message through somebody else.
No, exactly. But if you bring it back to the last live I had, what did I do? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All of you that had done that, that's awesome. What I had said before last week and all of my other shows, it's not about me. I know a lot of this stuff and I'm here to learn just like you, but a majority of this, I'm doing it to bring it out of every one of you. And when we sit and we have our private meeting, the people know who I'm talking about. I sit there and I listen. Sometimes I say these little things, these snarky little things, just to make somebody say something.
Yep.
Or I give a little glance to make somebody laugh. It's all for a reason. It's because I see certain things within you. I never said I didn't know all this. I keep this inside because I know that a lot of people, some of it I don't know, I'll admit, some of it I don't know, but a lot of it I do know. I sit and listen a lot. And that is the key to everything. When you sit there and you listen, you absorb it, you cognize it, you will truly understand what the pathway is before you. You will ultimately, when you walk through portals, you will find your destiny. It is not that hard. You just have to have the open mind and the awareness to understand what is before you. And so many times people think it's all about them. It's not all about them, it's about everybody. And once everybody begins to understand that, the true path will be before you, and you won't have to look for the answer, because the answer is right there in front of you. When you want to look into your dreams, you want to look into these premonitions, you want to look for your life, you want to find your pathway, the only one that can give you that answer is within yourself. You look inside the universe, you look inside with your different abilities, your different powers, and you will find out what your true destiny is and what your meaning on this planet is. You shouldn't have to asking anybody else. You should be able to find that answer deep inside of you. And no matter how many times you can sit there, you can concentrate, you can sit there, you can meditate, But in the end of the time, we are is a beacon of light that's trying to help you and guide you into finding your true self. Your true self. It's you that has to bring down the wall. It's you that has to bring out that energy. And that's what this whole group is about. We are here to
Yeah.
empower each one of you on this face of this planet to realize your true understanding of the word of the flesh. When you think of that, you will then understand what pathways of the light are. And when you understand and you develop that consciousness of awareness, you will eventually see what you're supposed to do.
Epsilon, you made such a good point right now, and I don't even think you know
Absolutely.
you meant it. The
I
road,
think one of
and
the
when you
things I'd
said
like to add
people are,
something to this down the rabbit hole. I'd like to say something really quick on because I don't want to lose it. Keep your thought. Don't let me interrupt you so you lose your thought though.
go ahead,
One
you
of the
got it.
one of the things that really hit my heart today was, I like to stay in a space of learning at all times because it's the little things sometimes that can be the most important. But one of the things that I learned today was the space that a person comes in that space of love, and it's their heart, just them sitting there being in a space of love can be enough. You don't have to have all of the knowledge. You don't have to have all of the wisdom if you're sitting in a space of love. If a person's like, I'm just here, but I love you guys and I'm learning as I go, that's all you need to be is a space of love. And if
Oh
you're coming
yes.
from your heart, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Sorry to
Oh
interrupt
yeah.
you, but I just wanted to say that.
Dorinda, you just mirrored what I was gonna say. Is that we're all looking earlier, like I was saying, we're all looking for those answers and what's the path and blah 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 blah. We are on the path. You are on the path, and if your heart and mind and body and soul are in the right spot, don't worry about where you are on that path. Because remember, we're all trying to get to Valhalla. We're all going to get to Valhalla. What's going to be different is everybody's road. What is everybody's path? And that path, whether it be smooth, rocky, treacherous, easygoing, whatever it is, if you maintain your spirit and maintain your light, you're there. There are no more questions. There are no more, what do I do? Why am I here? And another thing I want everybody to be comfortable with is knowing that not everybody is meant to be a leader. Not everybody is meant to be at the forefront. Not everybody is meant to have their 15 minutes of shine and move on. Everybody has their role in the ascension. And there are a lot of people that might not have that ability to be leaders. But you know what you can do is you can walk the walk and show everybody your path. Show everybody your road that you have walked on, and then they might say, "Oh, wow, wait, he did it this way. Let me try it." Or she's going through that. I went through that. Let me tell them what I did to get over it, and just tell them, not you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and my answer is absolute. Hey, buddy, I went through that. I had addiction. I was a cheater. I was a liar. Whatever. And this is how I got over it. Whether it helps you or not, that's fine. But sometimes all people need is just a little nudge in the right direction and not a full kick into the right direction. Oh, where'd he go? Did they kick me off again?
No, you're not kicked off. I don't know what happened to him. It might be his cut now or what? Oh, we might be all kicked.
Oh,
I'm still here.
no.
It's a good time to get our likes. Let's get our likes and some more shares. Fluffy donuts are done. Woo!
Alrighty then.
That's one. I'm done postalizing. I'm getting off my soapbox. I love everybody. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit in
Well,
case anybody wants
let me say when you're here,
some
if you
sage
want to,
knowledge or advice. I'll give you another 20 minutes or so.
when anybody wants to see these lives, because I'm gonna want to watch. I'm gonna rewatch this as soon as I get this. I'm gonna be posting it on YouTube. It's probably gonna take about a couple hours, so maybe tomorrow morning, because it takes 2 hours to download on this stupid site for some reason. But I'm gonna be posting all my videos on my YouTube channel, which is on, like, what do they call it down here? The bio card, profile card, whatever. You'll see a little button. You click that. That should take you to my YouTube, which is called Alien Enigma. You can watch all of the shows that I've had done. And as soon as this one does, this will be up there. So if you missed anything, you could feel free to watch it, because I'm going to rewatch it, because I don't even know what happened, what I said happened. But I just wanted to do that. I at least want to hit 50K up on the likes there, if you could. And if you want to gift more stuff, that's cool. We're probably going to be on for another 15 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to give each one of you the chance to speak on oh my goodness gracious, on what we spoke about. Rabbit can be last, since he had to give it, since he spit out all that information and it probably overloaded everybody's brain. But it's all good, brother. I liked it. It was awesome. Um, actually we'll go to about 11:40. Everybody can do their part, and if they want to, say something, that's fine. If you want to throw up whatever you want, everybody, feel free. And we'll start with. I'm gonna start with Loretta. Anything that you heard on the show that you'd like to talk about, feel free to bring it up. We got 10, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got about 6 people in about 30 minutes.
I really enjoyed what Down the Rabbit Hole was saying, and I right now it is a very lot of energy in the universe, a lot of energy, especially let's have a full moon and a lunar eclipse and in Taurus. I mean, let's hit us all a little bit at once. There's a lot of energy out there, and a lot of us are feeling some, a little anxiousness, feeling a little, just, maybe excitability. And I heard of something and I thought it was pretty brilliant. Was if throughout the day, if you just have to set a timer to say every hour, 2 hours, to check on yourself. Have you had anything to drink? Have you had anything to eat? Do you need to just sit down and daydream for a little bit? Ground yourself, get yourself back, back in the, good, good, feeling good. It, I think it's just important. And drink your water. Drink your water. Water's so. I know it's so such a simple thing, but it's such an important thing. And about everyone in their gifts. I think right now too, we're holding space for. The other day I heard. I listened to some preacher, and a preacher was preaching for many, many, many years, and he was really just he's been for 20 something years in a church, and the poor gentleman had such a guilt heart because he's waking up, and he didn't realize that some of the truths that he was saying wasn't always the truth, and it really hit him. So when I say we're holding space, is we are so very close right now in our journey, And we are all doing so well. We are doing so fantastic. And if we even had any idea of the galactic beings of the light and our spirit guides, they are so proud of us. I had a message once going, you've come this far in your lifetime. You have went through trials and tribulations, starved, beaten, raped, pillaged. Everyone's went through it. And you think we're not gonna, you think we're gonna allow something to drastically happen to you? Trust us. You are divinely loved and you are divinely protected. And I live on that every day. I believe that with all of my heart. And we're holding, I don't want to take a lot of time. We're holding space. We're holding space for those who are just waking up, and they're waking up absolutely freak out. They don't know what's going on with them. And so we just have that love in our heart. We speak truth, we live truth, we sleep truth. We be absolutely divine beings of light. And that's our job. If that is all we have to do is love and show love to one another, what a great example. We are the change we want to see. Be the change you want to be. And I love you.
Dorinda?
That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. I think for me, what I have learned is everything that you said is correct, but there's something that I was missing. And the person that taught me this was down the rabbit hole. You guys aren't going to believe this one. So I get when I'm really learning and really taking on stuff, I get really serious and really intense. And I think there's a time and a place for that. But what I learned from Rabbit was to lighten the fuck up.
Hey, you
you
know
know,
me.
well, and I struggled with it though, Rabbit. I did. And you're on here and joking, and because I take this so seriously, I really do. But you know what? It's okay to bust out once in a while and release that. We weren't given a sense of humor, or we weren't given laughter not to use it. And it's okay to laugh at something funny that we've done, because in laughter there's release. There really is.
Yeah, listen, we have to embrace that inner child
Yes.
happiness, that
Yes.
light. You know why, like, children, they're so intuitive and they ask questions, they inquire. There's
So true.
there's a study in psychology about how people need to conduct themselves in lives, and what we tell leaders is that have the wonderment of a child and keep that wonderment throughout your life, because what happens is we get older, we become cynical, we see the evils of the world, we see all of this darkness,
Or life beats the shit out of us,
and
and we allow that to affect who and
life,
what we are. And we don't need to do that. We really don't. And if we can
right,
find a little humor in it, why not? You know what? Lighten up a little. There's a time and a space to take things seriously and get business done and that, but it's okay to laugh and cut up, but still be spiritual. And the reason
Sure.
why children are like that is because they're so new and so close to source.
Yeah.
And that's why we
right.
don't
Absolutely.
want to lose it. That's why we don't
That's
want to
right.
lose it. So I just
Dorinda,
wanted
I'm
to,
happy that you found that.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I really am happy that you found your inner child. You're loosening up. You're letting the hair down, And that, listen, guys, think about just how we walk in life. When we're walking around, if we're uptight and we got to stick up our butt, nobody's going to want to talk to us. Nobody's going to want to engage with us or hear what we have to say. You know, if we got, you know, resting bee face, or we just look
Yeah.
unhappy, then
But it was
we're
it, yeah, and that's
go
what
ahead.
Epsilon said, you know, there's balance. Find that
Yeah,
balance. And having that in
right.
it
Sometimes
creates
you
the
have to
balance.
have that stern. Yeah, sometimes you got to be rigid. Sometimes you got to be intense.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
yes.
got to, and tough love. You know, we had somebody in our life, he was going through some spiritual battles, and he was from the Bronx, New York. And everybody was like hitting him with love and light and da 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 da. And I'm not going to lie, I lit into his ass. And I was not pleasant. I was pleasant, but I was firm. I was assertive. I assumed a point of dominance over him because in the psychology of it, that's how he needed to be taught. And then when I was done beating him up, I brought myself down and I gave him the power back. I put him in the control that he was dominant again, and then I inspired his spiritual growth from there. So what did I do? I was kind of an asshole at first, and then I showed him the light. And when my light come out, that he didn't even remember that I was cursing him out. He didn't even remember that I was giving him the business because I hit him with so much love and light afterwards. All he was worried, all he knew was, wow, this guy literally just showed me how you can walk in the dark and the light pretty much. And sometimes people need that. So as
Yeah.
we're giving guidance to others, and you can sense that, hey, so this person needs a spiritual butt whooping, don't be afraid to throw on your crystal ring bare knuckles and give them a chakra alignment. Don't be scared, because if they are really trying to grow that love and light, when we get constructive criticism, we don't get upset about it. We take it as a growing and learning opportunity. And that's when you'll know if this person is going to be worth your energy transfer or not.
I'm real
And then
careful.
Epsilon.
I'm real careful with things like that
Yes!
I usually
That's
don't
awesome! You see what he's done on his face right now? Yes!
I'm real careful that I don't choose somebody, and I choose where I get a little feisty and a little assertive because I'm
right,
afraid who's watching, because I may help that person, but I
and
drove
turn off
somebody else down that was listening. So
Yeah,
I
it's
try
tough.
to be yeah, I try to be real aware of my surroundings. That's what the word I wanted. I want to be
Yeah.
aware of my surroundings to do that, because I never ever want to stumble somebody else in the process of helping somebody.
Well,
So
Loretta, and it's important. When I did that, I made sure, publicly while on the live, to apologize, to humble myself, to say, hey, I know that came off rough, but that's what you needed. Because when we communicate our intent in that public setting, then people are like, oh, okay, because there is a psychology around that when we're able to articulate it and communicate it, it doesn't make it seem so bullish. So you're absolutely right. We have to have that discernment, and when we do kind of fly off the handle, which I did it purposefully, we have to also have that public announcement of, I'm sorry,
yeah,
I messed up. I did it all purposefully. I did it purposefully because it was going to be a two-part learning session for everybody in the live, not just the guy we were trying to reach to grow his, to go through his spiritual journey, I showed everybody how to react, and then how to humble yourself, how to bring the conversation back full circle, and then expand on the spiritual growth. What we can't do is hit them with the high, hit them with the low, and then don't hit them with the high, and forget that. So, and sometimes public show of self-deprecating love does a lot for the room.
And it shows a lot that he stuck around to listen to you. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't
Yeah,
just
if
leave.
you would have heard it, you could tell that I was coming from a place of love. And I
Right.
told him, I said, listen, I let Commander and Grace and everybody give them their love and light. And I said, listen, they brought you the love and light, and I'm about to bring the thunder. So sit
Now
down
bring
and
the
listen.
boom.
Yeah.
Look at his third eye, y'all. Look at his third eye. He's
What
had
is
that
that?
on his
His
face. This is how
head. What
long his third eye
the
is so open right now. Come on, y'all.
All right, I'm going
heck? See the
to
camera.
step down, and whoever you want to go next, Stepsilon, I'm going to shut up now.
Is that a dime?
Yes, yes,
Jeez.
it is a dime.
Look at this
His
guy.
third eye is so open right now.
His,
Oh my God.
his third eye so open, we're paying it.
Who wants to go next?
Oh my God. Oh God. Yes, that was awesome. Thank you, Epsilon. Thank you, man. Thank you, dog. Oh man. All right. Rabbit.
Thank you.
You're
Would you like
adorable.
your spiritual
Oh.
reading today?
Oh.
That laugh.
Rago.
He's like a little 16-year-old over there.
Can't get it
He's
off his
just
head, dude. It's like it's glued. I tried it with mine, not a penny, but I tried it with one of my remotes. It won't stick now. But anyways,
They're trying to
oh
stick
my
your
God.
name to his
Oh,
forehead for the rest of the night.
see, it's a time. There's no glue, and he's gonna stick it right back on his head. Look, there's nothing on his head. Bam, and it just stays there. And look, it's right there. Awesome. And I got it on recording. Anyways, we're having
I want to hear
man.
more stories about you working for the mafia.
No, I can't do that, man. Can't do that. I can't do that. You know I
I
can't do
want to
that,
hear
man.
Epsilon stories. You
God,
know,
it's so awesome.
Epsilon was
Yeah.
bagman for the Gambino crime family.
Oh, you talking about him? Okay. Anyway, Rabbit Man, what you said earlier, if I can come back to recollection,
Yeah. What'd you
man,
think about all that?
I'm like that too. The idea of
You
being,
got it
I didn't
wet.
know that
Ooh,
this is what it is, definitions
a
and
quarter. He thinks a
descriptions.
quarter.
The things that people, the spiritual guides and stuff that people get into to channeling, for me, it's like, I don't really need that. I am the walking freaking, ascended master. It's me recognizing myself again, remembering. I drive.
He just made a huge
I get
point.
people politely let
I'm the
me in
same
traffic.
way.
I thought it because I drive a Cadillac. Like, okay. But I had the same thing with the Jag, but then it was different. It is energy. People giving me more food. I go out to restaurants. People just smiling to me. I thought because I was a good looking guy. No, it's my charisma. It's
Right.
my aura. It's my energy that's leaking out of me. People, weaker people, always attract to me.
Of
I
course, they
had
want to be
somebody.
part of that.
What's that?
Because they want to be part of it because they don't have it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I
It's
didn't
addictive.
realize that for maybe about 2 years ago. Like, oh, okay, that's what this is. Wow. So right now, I'm working on, since I've always been doing everything independently, because that's just what I enjoy, my freedom of being always doing my own. I used to ponder purpose, of course, and knowing where I am, where do I fit as a human? This is before I knew about ascension. This is before what's been going on the last 2, 3, 4 years. I've always been spiritually gifted, just knowing things, intuition. And I didn't know how to explain it. When I was in church, had many questions no one could answer. So as I got older, I decided to start reading other books as preaching, psychology, philosophy. Start going from there. But I noticed subtle things that happen, good fortune for myself because of what I do. The more I give out, the more I receive. The less I give out, the less I receive. That's how the universe works as well, besides just saying yes. It's just like what you give, you also can receive. And it's not really karmatic as it used to be. That's what that's what I thought it was. It's just equal opportunity exchange, alchemy. That's what that is. Yeah. I remember you now. Been on for a while. I've forgotten about you. I love your wisdom. Love what you're saying. But you are a woman, so you're a lot more closer than I
Yeah,
am.
he's got the good juju.
Yeah.
Aw.
Which makes me kind of, man, but I've had to be a woman many times because me as I am now. 2 months ago, I was still on the path of not just self-centeredness and worrying about me, but I was never really selfish, but the unconditional love was not there. Once I met a Nook, once I met a Rory, that's when it just flipped. It just flipped for me. It was getting there, but it just flipped. Now I just want to hug everything, love everything, everything, everyone. I don't care if you did something horrible. I'm just going to correct you. I'm going to make sure that you're doing better. That's a purpose that I found for myself. I want to help everyone achieve themselves, become what they really are. That's the path of being a human. Recognizing, remembering all.
You know, that's really
Oh, that's
profound what you were
beautiful,
saying,
man.
Mac. And when you mentioned
Beautiful.
earlier how you don't turn your mic off, we're talking. When you mentioned earlier how
One so you hear you, not me.
you manifest when you manifest your own let's quote unquote channeling, everybody needs to understand everybody's spiritual gifts are different. Not everybody's going to be channeling.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to be telepathically communicating. Not everybody's going to be getting the same growth and same learning. Me personally, I don't open myself up to that because when I tap into the source and I have a question, I just hit the
You
spiritual
just get it.
Google.
Yep. Instantly.
Yeah, I
It's
just
there.
hit spiritual Google, and
Yep.
spiritual Google will give me the answer.
Oh, you gonna use that on me too? Come on. Why are you gonna use that on me too? Everybody wants to be using that because I brought that up because that's how I verify, right? We like verification as this human. Why do we like verification? Because we forget. So we need to verify, make
Right.
sure that the information is accurate. I used to look for the
Yeah.
truth, but I'm finding out there is no just one truth because of law one. That's why. You're like, oh, God. See, it's all memory.
Yeah.
I know all this. You and everyone else
Right.
brings each other the information. It's just, hey, remember this? Oh, yeah, duh.
I've always felt
Go ahead.
that I love observing other people's spiritual journeys. Because when you really are interested in total enlightenment, you really do find yourself um, loving to be part of everybody else's spiritual growth and transcending as a community together, all of us. And while we're transcending together, it's good to have all of these different people with these different abilities around because You know, we need the baker, the candlestick maker, the farrier. We need all of those type of people in the community because that's how we get through community. We can't single ourselves all into one part of the spiritual growth
I
of the
hope
spiritual community.
everybody can hear you. I can't hear you that well.
Was that me? I don't think that was me. Was that me?
It is.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think
you're
it
good, Sam.
was
You're
you.
going good.
Man, that's Epsilon snoring over there.
I think it's Hopi's turn, isn't it? Aren't we ready for Hopi? I think it's Hopi's turn.
It's Dory. It's Doran. Nope, there it is. Yeah, it was Dorinda.
Dory. It's Dorinda.
Dorinda.
All right, Hopi, you got the floor
Yes,
if
you
you're
do,
here.
Hopi.
Hello, lovely souls. Um, you guys have all said it all. I don't know what else I could possibly say to follow what you guys have said. Um, you're all on point. You've all said some beautiful things, and I'm just glad to be part of this, because I'm glad I have my team with me through whatever I go through. That I'm very blessed and I feel very lucky to have found my crew, to found my group. So if I'm ever lost or confused or need
No,
help or don't know where I'm
it's
going,
not Doritos. It's Dorinda. Sorry.
oh, if I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, I have someone to ask, someone to turn to. That's why I'm glad we have these lives with Epsilon and Anouk, because it gives the people who need that help so badly, or need someone to talk to and just need a hand, it gives them the chance to do that. That's why I love lives like this, because everybody gets a turn, everybody's heard, and I just think that's a beautiful thing. And I love all of you.
Okay, I want to talk and then we'll go back to Loretta, then Dorinda. Okay, I thought of something. It had to have been a dream because my friend passed away and I know she likes unicorns, but I could smell roses and cinnamon, which she liked roses and cinnamon, the smell cinnamon. But then I had another little dream. Well, the cinnamon and roses wasn't a dream, but I did see unicorns and bubbles on the side of a mountain. And then I almost fell out of bed one night. I mean, I was literally out the bed. I felt something push me back up. That was crazy. I should have been on the floor. All right. I said my little spiel. Now we'll go down to Loretta again.
Well,
He
I
had to
don't
go
know
eat.
what to
He
say.
had to go eat. He's
I
getting sick.
did. Oh,
Yeah, he had to go eat.
poor Epsilon.
Yeah.
Oh, bless his heart.
So I said I'm in
Oh, well.
charge. Co-host,
Okay. What else could I say to everything that everybody's already beautifully spoken?
You know what? Go off topic a little bit.
Go off topic. I
Sorry, Epsilon. I'm going off
I've
topic.
always I I won't go too far. If I get in trouble, I'm blaming it on you, Trina.
You can blame it
Oh,
on
there
me.
you're back. I hope you're okay, Epsilon.
Get
Hope
you
you're
some
okay.
water
I had to go get something to eat. I haven't eaten all day, and I was
and
gonna,
get
I was
some
gonna
water.
eat. No, I already ate something, and then I drank something, but
Okay.
I hadn't eaten all
All
day, and
right.
I was about to eat, but Anook had us on that meeting forever, and then my roommate cooked, and then I had to go do something. Then it came on alive, and I was like, I didn't have about 10 seconds to do anything. And so I'm like really hungry, so I had to go eat. But I'll probably can go until 12, but I have to eat something.
So we're going Loretta, then Dorinda again.
Okay. My
Okay,
sister made
well,
a note down here. We can add up real fast. You can keep going.
I told them they could go off topic a little bit.
That's fine.
I really enjoyed what Rabbit Hole said a minute earlier about, a lot too. I've been listening and understanding that some are becoming very frustrated on not feeling as if they're getting their gifts fast enough. And, you know, um, nobody is left behind on this journey. And you just have to, you'll get your gifts when Spirit knows you're ready. It's all in divine, the perfect word, divine timing. And
Divine
just
intervention.
absolutely divine intervention. You know, we all, here I'm 60 and, I'm still learning. A couple of weeks ago woke up one morning speaking light language, and I had no idea what it was, and it was absolutely beautiful. So it's just have patience, and holding holding space for yourself sometimes is one of the most honorable things you could do for yourself, and give yourself a break because we are our best self sabotagers, and we can beat ourselves up better than um, you know nobody we've all said it, no one is better or more important than the next one. And you know also, um, by transcending love, and everyone knows me because of my love in my heart. I've been always very quiet and always kind of sat in the background, always listened, and you learn a lot. And I when I say this, because there's a time, Spirit was getting upset with me because they said I need to go live. You need to speak up. You need to go and tell your story. And I'm like, Lord, love and duck, you know, everybody has a story. Everybody's story is everybody's story. And what on earth, could I share? But I learned something that it doesn't matter how many times we hear the same story, someone's going to get an aha moment. Someone is going to, it will ring with them like a church in Italy. They will get it, and it will make so much sense to them. So it's never be afraid to speak up. Never be afraid to tell your story, because it it's why we're here. That's why we're waking up. That's why we are becoming to know each and every one of us. We're learning, we're growing we're falling in love with each other because of our authenticities. And I think these things that Epsilon's doing and Anook's doing, it is a beautiful thing, because you're not showing any discretion, or is that the right word? I don't want to speak out of turn. You're not
Discrimination.
using any discrimination. Thank you very much, Dorinda. You're absolutely loving to each and anybody, and that's that's what it's about. That is absolutely what it's about. And no judgments. Thank you. Down the rabbit hole. I always blame it on, my lion's mane is wearing off. I took it this morning and
Such
it's getting
beautiful
late.
words. Such
But I'll
beautiful
stop.
words. I'd love to hear. That's why I made you a host, because you bring an aspect that only you can do and you can share with the world. And I think you're of great importance to everybody on the face of this planet. When they stick
Oh,
their heads out of their butts, they'll finally realize what the true way
My head
is.
wasn't in my butt.
No, most of the other people.
I'm I'm teasing you.
And I think that
That's funny.
I'd be in traction.
and I think that, with humor, like Woody, we can tell the jokes, but we're still sharing the love. And I think that we all are doing that in our own certain ways, and we're all magical people, and we
Yeah.
all express in certain ways, and that's the beauty of it. We're all unique. We're all one special individual, and I think that all above all is that we share the love with humanity in the way we're supposed to be, and we honor each other with the love and compassion and the admiration and the expression of love we handle out to each one of the people here that is on this live and all through the world. We share one love and one commonality, and that's the spirituality that drains within us in the life flow, and the energy is all one part of us. And as we should express that, and each one of you are vital to much more energy than you even can imagine. If you truly understand what it truly means to every person on this universe, and you would show that love, you know, we each will be like a powerful nova, or like a star. You will show that upon the world, and that is what you need to be, a glistening star. One of many. There's many stars in the universe, like there's many people on this planet. And what lights up the stars in space? The stars in space light it up. That is the way we need to be. And I'm glad that each one of you had shown that. It is an honor and a true pleasure to experience my knowledge with you. I will now turn this back over to the other side of my body here. Well, all right then.
Does anybody realize or know the phrase of saying that when you look out at the outer space, that those stars are you, the reflection that you're looking at? People are following. You following that? That when you look out in outer space, you're looking at yourself because you are a planet, you are a star system, you are a star.
Absolutely.
Even
Absolutely.
seeds, they're not just stuck here. They got to go out there too, because we're all, we're all the same thing. The collective. Being a human here is not just the ending of the story. It's just another chapter.
It's just the beginning, big boy.
It's just another chapter. I know I did not start as this human. I know this. I know this. But where's the beginning or the end? Never was. Never
Never.
is. Never will be. These are things I'm like, wow, okay. I'm saying this stuff? Okay.
We are the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, what was and what is.
Yep. And we all are this. But we're sharing that aspect knowing as a shard, tiny, tiny, tiny individual personality of that. Why? Because as a different form of it, we can experience in a different way. That's what God is, experience. We are the experiencers of what God is.
Exactly. Hopi? Every time I think of Hopi, I think of a bunny.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
thinking
here. Yeah, I
of
spoke. I
Gnome
spoke
Town.
while you were on. I spoke while you were on your little break, but I did want to say that Loretta, what you said was absolutely on point. So beautifully said. Um, and you too, Epsilon. You know, and it's true. You know, like when I started my journey, it really I really just wanted everything everybody else had, and not in a bad way. Like I loved watching everybody grow, but like I've been on this journey for a few years, but this past year I said it's been a lot, and I haven't had another team, and now this one, and a bunch my soul families, and I've watched so many people grow in their gifts, and I'd say, wow, how come that's not happening to me, or how come I can't do that, and it wasn't that I was, I love seeing somebody else grow, but inside of me, I was like, what's wrong? How come I can't do that, What I've come to realize is, like you said, everything happens to you when it's supposed to happen. You can't rush nothing. You just can't do that. And I've also learned when I was thinking of things like happening, I've learned to look at things in a different way. Like when I first started, like thinking, okay, to hear my guides, I thought I was going to hear them in my ears. They're going to talk to me. They're going to just simply like be right there, show up in front of me. You know what I mean? And that's the way it works. But it wasn't. I started off with like just little things in outside, like a sign or a symbol, or a song or something in that nature. And you have to look at things in a different way than what you think you're expecting sometimes. And some things I didn't take as a gift, like I love to paint. And when I paint sometimes my guides and my things bring that out in me and it's like part of my gift. And I didn't look at it in that manner until this past year, you know?
Oh my God, thank you.
And I'm realizing now what
That's
a
amazing.
what it is everything happens to you when it's supposed to. You have to look at it in a different way. Just accept yourself, love those around you, and everything will happen to you in your own time.
You should
Everything
share
happens
your
for a
art.
reason.
You should share your art, Hope.
Yeah, I've shared with the group some of it. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm working on me and my dragon right now. She came. Like I told everybody, I didn't see her, but I am seeing her kind of because she's having me paint her so I can see her. But what I mean, I didn't. I see her, but I didn't talk to her. That's what I meant to say. But she did give me her name. That was the only word I heard from her, and I heard it very clear.
Beautiful.
Her name is Atulia, and she's a blue dragon. Blue like the ocean, blues, all different blues. She's really beautiful. Now I can't wait to actually converse with her or go flying with her or something like that. But I know that'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But yes, I will share some of my art. I have shared with the group some of it. And yeah, I have to show you sometime, Loretta, too. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see it, Hopi.
beautiful. I'll show you sometime, I
All
promise.
right. We've had a wonderful show. It was great having you all on. Um, I'm gonna have Trina close it out. So if you want to throw the last of your gifts and coins at any of the hosts here or me, that'd be great. It helps with the
Whoa.
with everything. Um, and I'll hand it off to Trina.
It's been a great show tonight, and I thank everybody for coming on here and our wonderful new hosts we got.
Oh, thank you.
I think we're going to call them
Thank you.
special hosts. Tomorrow night, Anook's going to be live, and he's bringing the dragons, so
Oh,
nobody miss him. At six what Pacific? 6 Pacific. All right.
And to let you all know, you have already heard one dragon today. But Grimstar is really a dragon. That's why
Wow.
he's got the deep voice.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I thought you said he was a dragon. Cool. And Trina, I
Mhm.
can't wait to hear about you and he said Lizzie too, probably. So we think
And
we're
he's
gonna get. I
bringing
think
one
we're
more.
gonna get 2 dragons tomorrow, which is gonna
And
be
I'm
Three.
going to
fun.
have to
I
post
think we're
that
down to
3,
three.
interview.
3. Who's the third one?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know. Oh, 3 dragons are coming, huh? Ooh.
Me and
Maybe
Lizzie
he can
are
be the
already
mother dragon.
dragons.
That'd be cool. Maybe not. I mean, it'd be cool, but I don't know if it'd be ready for her to come out yet.
Before you
Oh,
close,
Who?
I want to say thank you for the honor of for a host. I am overjoyed. Thank you so much, Epsilon, and thank you everyone else for
thank
accepting
you.
me. I'm honored.
You're awesome.
We
We're
love
glad to
you.
have you.
You're awesome. You are.
I
I
meant
love
to
you.
get you a couple times, but every time I go to see you and grab you, you take off somewhere, and I can't catch you in time. So this time I had it in my mind that I'm going to catch you one way or another.
Well, you did
And
it.
I echo that too. I adore you. I adore your wisdom, and I am honored to be up here with you, as everybody else that's here along with Epsilon. It's a, yeah, it's a great crew.
Thank you. Thank you. You're all beautiful beings of light. I'm honored.
Yep,
And make
we'll
sure you
get you
catch
into a
up with me,
Facebook group
Loretta,
and sweet time
because
meeting.
we have something great for you planned. So make sure you catch up with me.
You got it, boss.
Yep.
All
All
righty.
right. There's my goodbyes. Thank you all for. I accept your invite for the being a host here. Epsilon, thank you. Thank you all hosts here
Always
who
a
also
pleasure.
up here.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I knew I saw that earlier.
Love
I
that
saw
thing.
that slightly earlier, and I thought Trina was like,
Wow.
"Oh, was
Yeah,
about."
he didn't
I
know.
love
He didn't
that.
notice it.
Oh, I noticed it. I was like,
That's
No,
just
the
Oh,
first
I
one.
the dragon
Where's
coming
your
out.
guys' cameras? Turn your cameras on. Come on.
Hey guys, I
I don't
Let
forgot
me
to
have
see
enough
this
say.
being shared.
followers, y'all. I need more followers, people. People follow me. I need 1,000. Better go. Oh man, I want my pretty face on y'all. I mean, you got my pretty face, but it's not big enough.
I'm looking. I
I'm
know you can come
following
live,
you.
Matt. Hey, Hopi!
I'm talking about everybody else who's not.
speaking of that, everybody
I
need to
don't
follow
know
each
where
other.
I
Kiss,
don't know
Um,
where my
kiss,
camera is.
kisses to all. Hugs, hugs, hugs.
You're coming out. Woohoo!
I don't know where my camera is. I'm sorry.
Mac, you can. Oh yeah, you're already up here. You do it. Mac needs 1,000 followers, guys. He's only got 543.
Well,
So hit
we'll get him
him.
more. We'll get
Shauna
him
had something
Let's
to say.
make sure we all
Go ahead.
got him.
oh,
Oh, I
Shahana.
don't have him. Hold on, back up. I don't have
Okay.
him on this one.
Hey, I forgot earlier. I told Diane that's still in the room. Can you hear me, Diane? I told her that I would answer a question for her. She said she would love to know the name of her guides. And I was just going to share with her that, I mean, I asked when I was during meditation, when I would see one come to me. It's weird though. So people get things in different ways, and they would tell me their names. And if they didn't, I would literally ask them. But they literally came to me like it was like I was watching a movie, like they were on a movie screen. But my friend Sandy, she she just said it out. Like, I want to know I want to know your names. I want to know your names. And they gave her a name that was them as a collective. And it was through a dream. That night she dreamed about a song. It was a Dire Straits song, something Sultan, or maybe that's the name of the song, Sultan. She hated that song. She kept hearing it, hearing it, hearing it. And it was middle of the next day when she realized that's what they were telling her. That's the name. Yeah, there you go. Bobby Rocks, you got it. The name of the collective was Sultan. So
Hi, Bobby.
it'll be unique. It'll be unique when you ask, they will deliver. They will tell you. That's it.
All right. I guess Trina can finish closing it out, and then we'll call it a night.
Hi, Loretta. Look at that beautiful face. You got to learn to work your camera.
Yes, yes, I know.
Okay, so next
I
Sunday
figured it
is our
out.
show, me and Epsilon's. But tomorrow night, remember, the next show is tomorrow night. And he's bringing the dragons, like I said. You don't want to miss it.
So
He
you gotta
pulled
come
my
with the
dragon and it
Dragon.
about messed him up because his throat chakra. Woo-wee. All right, everybody, we're out of here.
Love you
Bye.
guys. Have a great night.
Love, love, love.
Give the rest of you know where.
Mm, yeah.